Yeah, so I updated it with. I don't think Duffer's Wall had a was marked on the map before.
Duffer's
No,
Wall.
I
don't
gotta
think
have
so.
Duffer's Wall.
Yeah, that was where I think.
That's where we came from.
Yeah, Haggletown is in there now, even though it only had 5 buildings.
We gotta have it.
Dragon's Roost, and then your trip to Gundalun, and then skipping the main place and scooching straight around to Fiskebach.
Nice.
When I see Fiskebach, it took me a while to get my, pronunciation. I kept flipping between Nickelback and I'm bringing sexy back. I'm bringing Fisker back.
Bringing Fisker back. Fisker back.
Yeah, that can be. That can be the chapter title. Maybe.
Nice.
Again, Todd, thanks getting us through the last session with the battles. That was cool.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that was fun, wasn't it?
It was fun. That was so
that was a
funny.
good laugh. I actually recorded it all, and I haven't been able to upload it to YouTube because of all the music I played in the background. There's that many copyright infringements on it.
Oh no!
It's just ridiculous. So I've been letting YouTube edit it, and it's just finished in the last day or so. But I don't know what it sounds like, so I haven't listened to it yet. Right. It could just be like 15 minutes long. Yeah. Like, it's funny because I often have music playing in the background in my adventures that I put on YouTube. I've only just started doing it in the last little while, and it says it's a copyright, but it's not, as long as you're not monetizing it allows you to do it, because a lot of the songs have been paid for. So as long as it's on YouTube and it's using a YouTube song, you can have it playing in the background. But for whatever reason, that one, it had like about 4 or 5 infringements on it. So yeah, I don't know why.
It's fraught when you bring in music.
Yeah. It's just for a laugh, I mean, if you were filming a wedding or something like that, and there was music in the background, it'd be okay to put that up there, So that's kind of how I look at it. And yeah, like I said, for the most part, the other ones, it lets me, and it's with all sorts of different songs and so forth. So yeah,
it's once you let a program do it, like they're not going to figure out whether this is just background music or something that you're even making money off necessarily.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it, though? So I guess, you just got to be careful with what you put on there. A lot of stuff, it's okay, but for whatever reason, there's a few bits and pieces out there which seem to be just as public music as anything else, and you can't use it. But anyway, it was fun playing it. It was a good laugh.
Yeah, it was. It was lots of laughs.
All ready to go not all ready to go, but segue to next time if there's ever another opportunity as well.
I was looking through the subheadings that I put for the episodes, and your first episode was called Sharkbait. The next one was All's Well. Then Cownip. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah. And you forget the cow. Come on.
Yeah. Then there was the one-off Dreams of a Broken Temple. Smuggling Ship Raid. Pirates, and then the wrecked vessel in brackets, in inverted commas.
No.
I had to be very cagey about, calling it a ship or a craft or a vessel.
Yeah.
And
someone mentioned in the last one, like War of the Worlds, and
right.
I don't know if you guys would know. I think it's like in the 70s. There was this kind of like concept album made with all this music from War of the Worlds.
Oh god, I've listened to that a billion times, dude.
How good's that?
1 billion times.
Like that's what I've got playing in my head in the background.
Right. Yeah.
Who was that? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, all that music is perfect for D&D. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
It was It was a double CD, at least when I got it.
Oh, we had the LP.
Yeah, my brother had the LP. Double LP as well.
It was so good.
What was the guy's name? He was from like famous band back then. The guy that sang, was he the guy from like
Oh, it was a
Ultravox?
really.
Is the guy from Ultravox? I think, wasn't it? Or maybe I got that wrong. I don't know. But yeah, it was so good, and like that's perfect background music for D&D.
Yeah.
You know, for especially for what we were going through or what we are going through.
Yeah. I just googled it. It says Jeff Wayne. I don't know.
Yeah, he was the guy that made the music, but like the singer, the guy that does the singing and so forth on it was like a contemporary singer of the time. I can't remember what his name was though.
Right.
Yeah, but that's good. It's good listening. That is.
Okay. So let me do just a quick. Oh yeah. So we'll see Chris, and I'm expecting Rebecca once her chess finishes. Maybe, I don't know, but yeah. Okay, so we'll have 4. All right. Which means I can't really do anything until we get those, till we get people in.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, it was Forever Autumn, and it was sung by Justin Hayward from Moody Blues.
Moody Blues, right?
Yep. Yeah, he's one of the Moody Blue guys. Awesome stuff.
That was the theme song for our last campaign, Nights in White Satin.
Yeah, that's good. That was nice.
That was the party name.
Yeah, we're going to come up with a party name for us, don't we? We haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just said ragtag.
As soon as you start to get known, people say, "Oh yeah, that group of mercenaries or whatever." Just unless you're seeking anonymity, but the danger is if you don't name yourself, other people will.
Someone's gonna name us, and we're gonna be, no, we're not that.
Yeah.
Oh god. We're the pumpkin people or something, right? It's just
in another campaign I was in, we actually derived our name from what people started calling us, which was the Disruptors.
Right.
We just liked it so much, so we decided to be the Disruptors.
Yeah.
Nice.
I had one where people started taking the piss out of the group, calling them they chase their own shadow, calling them the Shadow Chasers, and then they did a Shadow Realm adventure, and so they put a twist on it. You know, got bards to call themselves the Shadow Hunters or something.
Nice.
So they could get a bit of cred.
Shadow cred.
Yeah.
I was like, when I was listening to the recording, we took off that Intellect Devourer right at the end of the last adventure.
Finished it off.
I DM'd an adventure recently, and in the nearly 40 years I've been playing D&D, I've never DM'd an Intellect Devourer before. And I did it the other day for the first time.
Did it kill everyone?
No, 3 times, 3 failed saves, and 3 times a roll below the intelligence.
Okay.
So no brains got sucked out.
Right.
But yeah, pretty pansy for a little while.
He tried.
Yeah, their way. The danger with game design when you're designing monsters like that is if it's something that's supposed to be easy to kill, you know, low hit points, low armor class, whatever.
Yeah.
But if it gets its spell off or it gets its whatever off, you just die. It's like, well, how do you put a challenge rating on that?
Well, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You're right. How do you do it?
even will-o-wisps. I had adventure will-o-wisp and a green hag, and the green hag, you know, being Fey, had will-o-wisp pals. Green hag can look at you, and you get feared, and you drop to 0 hit points. Will-o-wisps with someone on 0 hit points can just take their soul, devour it, and it's gone. That's it.
Yeah.
No death saving throws. No nothing. You know.
That sounds evil.
It can be pretty nasty.
Oh my god!
I guess part of it is like,
and you wouldn't.
Well, the worry is as a DM is like, you know, am I setting up something that, you know, like if a character dies or whatever, are the party going to be able to deal with it, or is it just going to be me that has to deal with it as the DM?
Yeah,
to fix it,
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I try to push it. If it's going to be me dealing with it anyway, I just try to avoid it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's hard. Yeah, like you say, a goblin can kill a first level character if you're not careful. So
I had when you do Adventurers League, you should be sticking by the book. And I DM'd an Adventurers League game online, and one of the players brought in, they all brought in their first level characters, and they were offered this thing which would give them an aid spell, so they would boost their maximum hit points by 5. And one guy said, "Oh no, I'm not gonna blow that now. I'll save mine." And he was right at the back of the party, and he was the one that then got sneak attacked by the spy that was following the party. He was last in line, which I thought, okay, that's cool. Sneak attack for 2d6. It's not going to take anyone out. But he happened to crit and the sneak attack. And I said, I even had to wriggle and squirm and said, I'm happy to just retcon that you ate the aid spell berry or whatever. And he goes, no, let the dice fall. And then it's like, oh, okay, fall on your sword. I was a terrible DM. It's like, oh.
And that was it for him for the night, was it?
That was it for the night.
Oh wow.
He was out of there. It was a one shot, so
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Choices have consequences.
Yeah. I didn't connect the dots that the aid was really necessary or anything like that to give him some sort of, I don't know, advice from the person who was sending them off or whatnot. But you may need this or whatever. But it would have been fine if it was anywhere else in the marching order. It would have been fine if the guy missed and or didn't crit. Anyway, it can happen. It's also
I was going to say, it looks like Morven's not joining us either. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Then we just need to give Chris a ping, otherwise we can crack on.
Yeah, sure.
Get them guns out. I should have picked up a rifle when I was in town.
Yeah.
I think Chris said he was going to be late as well.
Oh, did he? I didn't see that.
Where did he write
I
that?
might be quite late today.
Oh, okay. All right.
Switching between drive heating and feigning after watching a man's brain break out of his skull.
Okay. Fair enough. In that case, I won't do anything with the video then, as in, chopping and cutting and stuff, all that palaver. We can just kick straight off. So, no, we're all good to go. So, let me think back. Todd, do you want to give us a bit of a summary? I know it's foremost in your mind.
So, from what I can recall, we left Dragon's Roost with the paladins and so forth, I think, of Morrowind. They took us, and what did we do? We kind of bumped into we got attacked on the way, and we managed to fight off that ship. And then we found a shipwrecked survivor in the sea from Gardelun, who helped us navigate around to their side of the island, where this vessel had landed and people had attacked the locals. And they showed us to where that ship was, and it was some strange alien vessel. And we kind of looked around it a bit and then managed to get our way inside, where some armoured guys, similar to the ones that I think were described to us that attacked the villagers, attacked us. And I think we took him prisoner, and then his head exploded, I think. And an intellect devourer came at us shortly after that, which we dispatched And I think that's about where we left it. We're inside this ship after that, looking around at each other saying that was pretty gross.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, you should see that starting to come onto screen now.
Yes.
You'll see the side of the ship on the... the side of the ship facing the beach. I think, Elric, you're still outside. We're still rolling because we stopped right there when you sort of skewered this little jumping brain. It was actually shaggy and hairy, but you realise those were all blood vessels and nerves trailing like a long shaggy coat. And so between the few of you that struck it as it ran past, you've sort of stapled it to the floor. And looking around you, it's quite gloomy inside. There's not much light. There's a bit of... This is a piece of craft that must have broken off from a main body. I'm just going to move, just for the sake of... Elric, if you want to move in, I'm happy to do that. And I'll move Nair outside just to say trade roles. With him coming in a little bit later today. So Nair and Cortan are just outside the wreck, keeping watch or whatnot. We'll assume that they're just off camera. But for the... is it 4 of you? Who are we missing here? Oh, it's Morwen. Oh, yeah. Okay, yep. So Morwen's there with an arrow knocked. And you guys have just squeezed in through this rent in the side. Looking up and down, you can see these glass pools, and they've got hundreds of these little floating tadpole things just bobbing around, bloated. And looking closely, you can see that they've got burst stomachs with stuff coming out the sides. And there's quite a few on the floor that you're squelching through, and smashed glass. There's a door to your east and west. You can tell because you already came up to the door on the other side and were unable to open it. So the one that goes out to the east would lead out, but there's another one to the west, which goes up to sort of the roundish head of the craft.
So these tanks with the little black fish things in them.
Yep.
Have a look around and see if there's any that are still alive at all. Or any that look like they're moving or anything like that.
Okay. Can you do an investigation for me?
Eight.
I've got an 8. Well, you're looking around. It looks like you're staring at a murky goldfish bowl where they're all sort of floating upside down on the surface, and to you don't see any signs of life.
Okay. Wander down here. Looks like there's like a little alcove or something.
Yep.
Is there anything in there?
Yep. Nothing to either side, although it looks like there might be... They look like upright coffins with some belts and things strapped to them.
Okay.
No lids.
And nothing in them?
No.
Okay. Alright, dance to your store, I guess, guys.
Okay, let's have a look up here. I got my helmet on and everything. I'm popping up with Ungo.
Okay, you head up to the door with Ungo as well. What about you, Elric?
I guess I'll follow them.
Okay.
Can I ready action too for when we open the door?
Can you what say?
That's really what.
Ready an action for when we open the door.
You can get something.
Okay.
You can get something ready, but it's not a readied action in the sense of a it'll go off automatically. We're not in initiative or anything, but you're all prepared for whatever.
Yeah, prepare just in case someone's on the other side.
Yeah. So what's in your hands then, Felton? Just so I
I got my pistols.
A bazooka.
Open that door, Gunga.
Okay.
Oh, listen to that first. Just see if I
Okay.
can hear anything.
Okay. Can you do a perception check for me, Gungo?
6. I'm going to have another one of these weeks, I think.
No. There
You want me to listen?
You can have a crack too, Felwyn.
Let me listen.
You both listen at the doors.
I credit.
Oh, okay.
Okay, where Gunga can't hear anything.
All right.
'cause-
So Gunga's listening, and he can sort of you can all hear his heavy breathing. I can't hear anything, and
He's rubbing his horn against the wall.
yeah. There's this scraping
Yeah, I got my
sound.
horn instead of my ear. Yeah.
And you look up, Felwyn, and Gunga's sort of towering above you, but his horns are sort of scraping, and he's sort of swaying a little bit. Felwyn, you think you can hear some sort of high-pitched squeaking or scratching or something like that?
There's something in there, guys. I don't know what it is, but I can hear something moving around.
Okay. Let's go have a look.
Elric, you're not close enough to listen at the door itself, but you're scanning around as well. And let's see. You look above you and you see it almost looks organic, the room that you're inside. Feels like you're inside a stomach or something like that, but it's some sort of stone and metal. The bulges and lines on the sides are a little unsettling to look at. Can you do a wisdom saving throw for me? Okay. So you feel like it's possible that you could just lose yourself in it staring at this architecture. But for now, at least, you're fine. No problem. You managed to sort of put that aside into a corner of your mind and forget about it. Yeah.
I'd say something like, "We should be careful. This place gives me the creeps."
I agree.
Okay, can we see any way to open this door?
You can see a panel with looks like some indentations and things, and some of that crazy writing that you saw on the panel before. Although it is a little bit different.
And we didn't have any luck with that last one, did we? I don't think.
No, you tried to figure it out. Although this one is different. Again, it's not like the same puzzle all over the space.
Okay, so what do we need to try and roll to try and work this one out?
Let's have a look. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll just check it up. You can.
The guy that we took out. What happened with his sword?
You've still got it.
Okay.
Great sword.
Yep.
It's silver and has also writing along its length. Yeah, it's going to require intelligence. Obviously, it's a puzzle you've got to try and decipher. So a languages sort of thing. So you can try and figure it out with an intelligence check effectively.
Okay, let me try and intelligence.
How'd you go?
16.
Okay. You're not too sure, but you think it is. You think you've got the hang of it, the way that that this needs to be. These indentations need to be pressed in the right sort of sequence and order, like a combination lock sort of thing.
I'm gonna give it a whirl.
Okay.
See how it goes.
Okay.
Did that work?
Right.
What's everyone else doing while she's doing this?
I think Gunga's just looking at the door, getting ready.
Okay.
I'll cast guidance on her
Okay.
so she can do
All right.
a skill check. Well,
Can you roll your d4?
D4. Victory!
Okay. So you sort of you find that it doesn't actually work with your fingertips. You have to use the pads of your fingers, like fingerprint type thing. But what it really needs is something squishy pressed against it, like the flesh of the pads of your fingers. And when you get 6 of them onto the right places in the right order and apply the pressure in the right space, you hear this and then it opens from the centre out, like sort of swirling out like a whirlpool going in reverse.
Nice work, Philemon.
Okay, I'll just open the door for you.
I quickly grab my guns again.
Okay, and it opens up, and by the end, a round later, there is no door there at all, just sort of grooves in the walls to either side. And this room, there's no windows, no cracks in it, or no light coming through from any rents and things like there is in the room before. And but again, this is unsettling, even more so than the room before. It's a huge circular chamber dominated by this enormous brine-smelling pool of water. The pool itself is made of some sort of transparent material, I guess light glass. But the whole pool itself is actually levitating. It's floating in midair and slowly seems to be spinning. The pool is surrounded by, it's only a few inches off the ground, bear in mind. It's surrounded by alien architecture, horrifying to behold. Even more so, Elric, than the room before.
Mm.
And the structure seems to be an unnatural mix of molten rock and metal, covered in some sort of otherworldly hieroglyphs. But they seem to fold together and be overlaid across one another. And they seem to separate and move and shift as you observe them. This whole chamber gives you a sort of, this is Elric, a sort of aberrant malignancy, causing all 3 of you, the hairs on the back of your neck are standing up.
Did you say the things look dead in there, or we can't see from?
You can't see from where you are. You're actually 20 feet away from the pool.
Okay, Gunga's going to take a step forward.
Yeah, I suppose I was going to go in with him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll walk in too.
Okay.
Let's go. I'm going to walk in a bit. I'm going to go into the pool and see if everything is, like, dead.
Can I stand where I am?
You can, yep.
Alright.
And I'm going to do a quick
look
around the room. Boop, let's really look around and see if there's anything
I was going to just take a closer look at that pool. How it's doing this.
Gunga's just going to guard.
Okay. All right, you investigate the pool, and you can see there must be thousands of these things. Can you do an investigation for me, Ulrich? Or unless you've got some other skill you're trying to use for your search. Investigation.
18.
Oh, happy days. All right, so you snoop about. There are cracks in the walls, and there's cracks in the floor and the ceiling as well. So it looks like the whole thing is fractured, but not so much so that there's light letting in. Maybe the fractures don't go all the way through, or maybe they just turn at angles and things. Okay. Felwyn, you notice something off to the north here. A bit of movement in the darkness.
Movement in the darkness. Oh no.
Do all of you have dark vision, by the way? Just so that I...
No.
I don't.
Okay.
No, not me either.
Okay. So.
I've got
Gungo's got his
Lucky
nose
Man.
ring on.
Yeah.
So that's probably how you're all seeing, is because Gungo, you've got the light source on you. So it's lighting up the room, but it's all, like a torch light from Gungo's nose. So there are as many shadows as well as there are. It's not well lit.
Yeah.
So, you're a bunch of burglars running around in a dark room with one torch between you. It's 360 degrees, but still. But you think at some point, Gungo he's turning his head left and right, and you see something on the ground sort of moving.
Guys, we got company, I think. Something's squiggling around over here.
Okay.
I'll give you a ping. It's up here, sort of right tucked in the corner at the side of the where the pool meets the wall.
Have a look over there. Can we see, make it out?
At this point, moving into the room with all three of you, can you all do a wisdom saving throw, except for Elric? So Felwyn, Gungo. Yep.
Yep.
A 10.
Okay.
15.
Okay. Okay. Felwyn, Elric, you hear something behind you, and it's and you turn around and you see Gungo is just babbling incoherently and looking at the ceiling.
Oh, wow.
I think nothing to see here.
Gungo, you all right?
You're all right, buddy. And and he's sort of looking around wide-eyed. Gungo, you're trying to talk to them. Yeah, it's like it feels like you got numb lips. You cannot talk. You're just struck dumb. But you can try and talk.
Has he been drinking? Is he got a flask on him that he's been sipping out of when we're not paying attention? Felon starts looking around for a flask. No, I don't know. He doesn't seem to drink. Do you know what's wrong with him?
And he keeps going. This is over the course of, a while. Gungo, you still have your faculties, although everyone's looking at you as if you don't.
Gungo, we can't understand you. You're just talking.
And Gunga, can Gunga understand them okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're babbling.
Okay. Point up towards the north here.
Oh, yeah. Felwyn, you see Gungo babbling and pointing to the north.
Start making his way up towards it.
Yeah, I know, there's something up there, but what's wrong with you? Okay. I'll be with you in a minute.
Okay. So, Gungo, you're sort of just horrified by... You've been struck by these... again, it's the ceiling itself that's freaked you out.
Oh my goodness.
Can you avoid looking at it?
Just being it, you revert your gaze. It's just stuck in your mind. It's all this molten rock and metal. It's almost as just like those letters on the plaque to get in here seem to shift and move. The building itself seems to sort of heave and move like a breathing organism, but it's rock.
I sense there is something unsettling about this place. It must be getting to our friend Gungo.
I think you're right.
And Elric will turn his attention back to up here where this thing is moving.
Okay. Felwyn, you're quite low to the ground.
Yes, I am.
The first thing you see from Gungo's nose ring light is 2 feet. I'll try and draw it for you. Let's see. Draw it freehand. This will be a bit of a challenge.
Two little footsies.
Yep. But otherwise, there's this big sort of shadowy mass on the ground in shadows, at least. Because of the angle, it's tucked right in there.
Or are the feet lying?
The feet are lying, poking out from this sort of. Looks like maybe slightly moving, almost as if there's this, like static.
I'm gonna grab and tug on Elric's tunic or something. that he's
Okay.
wearing,
Okay.
And like, feet. Somebody up there.
Purple feet.
Hmm.
Okay.
The foot
Are
does.
they laying down? Are they prone?
Yeah, they're laying down. They're prone, and the foot does sort of move a little as you're sitting there watching it, as your eyes adjust to this Gungo half light.
Okay.
Is a reacting trust being there at all?
No,
And Gungo's noise?
no.
Can I just have my own torch so I can pull that out while Gungo's babbling back there and get a closer look?
Sure, I'll switch on your light source for you. Bear with me for a sec. So get out a torch and just light one up. You know, the standard stuff.
Okay.
Let's have a look. Bear with me. Oh, you've got it on anyway right now as a bright light. Okay, so it's on the game, but it's probably from a couple of sessions ago. So you light up your torch, you can see what you can see, and you go over.
Alert will come up to right here and just kind of look over the body or whatever.
Okay.
Being.
As you go, you hold the torch over them, over the what looks like the body, and it is about body shaped, but it's covered in this mass of horrible smelling grey hair, all bumpy. And it's as you get close that you realise that they're rats. And the rats, one of them turns to you and looks. Obviously, you've now been spotted. You're pretty close. And as one, every rat head turns and just looks at you. They stop, and you can see their faces are all bloody. They've been going to town on this what apparently is some sort of body here.
Mm-hmm. I'll turn back to the guys and say, "It's rats."
Okay.
All over this body.
When you do, Felwyn. You can see the rats there on the screen now.
Yep.
I presume. Whoops.
Yes, I can.
Just zoom in a little bit for the people at home. Felwyn, you see the rats all just stand up. They have their hands down by their sides, and they all just rise as one, like a auditorium about to give applause. And they're all looking up at Elric.
This isn't normal.
Elric, you are looking back at Gungo and Felwyn and see Felwyn's eyes go wide.
Elric.
And as you speak, Felwyn, all of the rats that are, in adulation or something, looking at Elric, they all just turn and they're looking directly at you. Can you roll a, let's see, what's appropriate here? Can you roll a wisdom save for me?
With who?
For Felwyn.
Okay, yep. 17.
Okay. All right. You find some sort of contact attempting to be made on your mind, and it's malicious, and you push it away.
I'm like, no. And can I then immediately just turn around and cast magic missile or something?
Sure. Yep. Oh, well, let's roll initiative because.
I'm just gonna like no.
Initiative. Wow. Okay.
Well, just if she's going to start casting a spell or shooting a thing or whatever.
Let's do it.
All right, let's have a look. Let's make sure.
No.
Okay, so I've got a 20 from Elric, a 16 from Felwyn,
and 16.
And a 16 from Gungo. So for Felwyn and Gungo, how are you?
I think we're doing it off. Was it off deck?
Oh my god.
Dex. Mine's 13.
And mine is 14 plus 2.
Okay, so we will put Felwyn above Gungo. What about you, Elric? What's your dexterity bonus?
+2.
Ooh, okay. We'll just have to roll off. Can you just roll a d20?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The rats sort of cock their heads a little, and they all seem to just glow this luminous blue. Just this dull blue. And Elric, you were turned around at this point, but it's free to just spin back around. But there's this sort of pale lavender light. Let's see, I'll just make sure you guys can see it. Illuminating the space around you. And both your light, you've got a torch in your hand, and now the pale blue light illuminates that they've been feasting on this broken corpse of a squid person. He's got tentacles and for a face, 2 arms, 2 legs, slender, sort of pale mauve coloured skin, and completely bald otherwise, like an octopus. Clearly dead. He's got gnawing tooth marks all over him. And these rats, they look at you, Felwyn. Can you do another wisdom saving throw as you feel something going on?
15.
Okay. You've got Elric. You're sort of looking back to your friends, looking back at these rats. Getting ready to pull out the whatever, it all stops or whatever. But you turn back at Felwyn, and her eyes sort of start to twitch, and she pulls out her pistol. You've got a flintlock or something, is that right, Felwyn?
Yeah.
Okay. And she sort of cocks it. And she points it at the rats, and then she points it at you, and her hand quivers, and then she points it back at the rats, and sort of tear starts to form, and then she points it at her own under her jaw, and then pulls the trigger. Poof!
Wow.
Felwyn, you need to roll to hit. You get advantage, but people have missed these things before. You've got a helmet on.
I do have a helmet.
Wow.
I missed.
Oh! You've got
I missed myself.
You've got advantage, remember?
Oh, I got advantage.
Sorry.
I still missed.
Okay, so you go You just point this flintlock at your own head, and bing! The bullet ricochets off the helmet, and this shocks you back into the moment. But you can still.
I'm not shooting my friend. I'd rather shoot myself.
And then you turn the musket back onto Elric, pointing at him. Elric, you can clearly see that Felwyn is not herself still. Elric, what do you want to do?
I'm going to burn the hell out of these rats.
Okay. All right. And looking down, you see the source of this light is from the top of their head. And each of their heads are peeled back and their brain is exposed. And that's where this mauve light is coming from.
So I create bonfire right in their square.
Oh, okay. All right. So you cast create bonfire.
6 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to back away a little bit.
All right. Let me just get the bonfire out. Now, you're pretty sure that they might be able to lash out at you?
Mm-hmm. I can't disengage. What can I do?
Okay, so there's the bonfire.
Nice. I'll use hidden step and make myself invisible.
Okay. So they fail the save, and so take 6 damage. Is that right?
Yeah.
I'll just set up some hit points so you can. Okay, can you see a health bar there?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So the bonfire sizzles away, and many of the rats sort of scutter off to the sides or around it. That's how you sort of do your dex save or whatever. And a few of the rats are completely fried and crispy. There's so many of them, that's why it looked like this creature was covered in a blanket before, that it's only the outside ones that get crisped, and the bulk of the mass of them are all still intact. Now you've cast Hidden Step as a bonus action, so you turn invisible, which means they get no attack anyway.
Yeah.
And you move away.
Yeah, I'm going to back over here next to Felwyn.
Yep, okay.
And kind of just be there in case she wants to start wielding that gun.
Yeah, all right. She's waving it around.
Hey, she is. She's got the guns and she's wielding them. But hopefully you can do something better.
Okay, Felwyn, let's have a look.
I don't think Felwyn has a choice what she's doing right now, does she?
No.
Or can I make a save?
I'm just checking. Okay.
Now they weren't using any sort of magic against me before, right?
Not that you could see.
Okay. Just
so nothing obvious, but nothing to counterspell if that's what you're asking about.
No, I just have my saving throws have advantage against magic.
Okay.
So I just want to make sure.
Right. Okay. So you can get a saving throw at this point.
Okay. For wisdom again?
Yeah. Ooh. Okay. So you were pointing your gun at Elric, and you sort of swing it around, and Gungo, you see Felwyn sort of step away, and she puts her back to this rat swarm and points her gun at you. And Felwyn, you'll take a shot at Gungo.
$24. Does 24 hit, Gungo?
Oh, yeah, sorry, yes, definitely.
Oh god, yes it does.
Is she disadvantaged?
5
She's next to Ed.
She can't see Ulrich.
Yeah, but won't she be at disadvantage because he's next to her and can interfere with? Well, that's generally with missile weapons.
Oh, if he's her enemy.
I guess that's up.
Is Gungo under half cover there?
Anyway.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was like a bench or anything. Or...
5. Yeah, it's a bench. It's a tabletop. 5 damage. And do you get multiple attacks? This is it. That's it, isn't it?
Let me check.
The force that is controlling you doesn't know everything you can do. It's surface thoughts. So you get out your gun and just use that as normal, like you wouldn't do.
No, I've got my shields. I've only got my one pistol.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So Gungo, she's looking completely freaked out and dazed.
Okay.
But Felwyn, you get a save at the end of your turn. This one.
And Gungo can't actually talk right now, so he's just going.
Yeah.
And Edge is like, oh man.
Felwyn, you get a saving throw, this time with advantage.
19.
Okay.
For my first one.
Okay, you throw off the domination charm effect, and you've got your faculties back.
Oh my God, Gungo! I'm so sorry.
You see Gungo bleeding from the side of his chest or something, and
I'm gonna move up there next to him.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, sorry, they got into my brain.
We can't move. You can't move just yet because it's at the end of your turn that you get your faculties.
Oh, okay. Yep. Sorry, it was already the end of my turn.
Yeah.
She hollers.
I forgot because I didn't get to do it. So.
Yeah, Gungo. You can't talk, but otherwise you're a completely fully functional Gungo.
So are those rats in the bonfire at the moment?
Well, they've moved out of it. Well, they get a save, right? I was looking back at that. You create a bonfire. Until the spell ends, the magical bonfire fills the cube. Any creature in the bonfire space when you cast a spell must succeed. Creature must also make a saving throw when it moves into the space the first time. Right, so they failed the save, but
They didn't move though.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll move them one off so that they don't keep taking it again.
Oh, it wasn't their turn yet though. I cast it right on them after their turn. So
oh, yeah. So they're still in it. Yep, definitely.
Okay. All right.
Oh, that's right. It was Felwyn's turn, acting on her turn to do their thing. Yep.
Yeah,
Cool.
it gets confusing when that stuff happens.
Yes. Okay.
Can Gungo get into this square here?
Yes, he can move past Felwyn.
Yep.
He can walk right over me.
Yeah.
He'll move there. And then he will. Yeah, he'll reckless attack. He'll rage.
Okay.
And then
Angry Gungo. Okay. Reckless.
He'll go ballistic.
Okay.
Ballistic.
All right. What are you attacking with?
Rapier.
Rapier. Soup. I hope it's not run right out of time. Go for it. Make a shish kebab.
That should be an advantage. So 24.
Ooh, okay. Okay, so you run your sword through or slash it across this swarm of creatures into the fire, and come out with a bunch of dead rats on it.
So it'll be. I won't get the sneak, but I'll get the rage. So that'll be 10 damage. 10 piercing damage.
Okay. Anything else for you?
Oh, that's it.
Okay.
Actually, he might. Yeah, no, he'll stay there. Yep, that's cool.
Okay.
Yep, that's it.
All right.
Does he get a save or anything for his effect that's overwhelming him at all, or is that just?
Yeah, you can have a save. This one was wisdom. Yep. Oh, 1. Okay.
That's no.
No, that's a no. Yeah.
In fact, he's sounding worse. Oh,
Okay, the rats, or they're adjacent to you, so they go to their turn. They're starting their turn in this thing. Is it starting or when they move into it? Can they move out of it?
It's when they end their turn in it.
Okay.
Or move into it.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
they can move out of it now.
All right, so they move out, and then all turn their full fury onto you, Gungo. What is your armor class?
If it's 15, and they will get advantage on the attack.
Okay. Okay, they do hit. Ooh, and do 15 damage.
What sort of damage is that?
You'll take half. You're raging. You'll take 7.
No worries.
Luckily.
Fool.
Luckily. Oh, God. Come on, Nair. Where are you going? What are you doing? Okay. So these these rats turn to you to take their bite and swarm, and they actually swarm into your square. They're like all around you and up your legs and whatnot.
Okay.
Elric, you're invisible. What do you want to do?
So they've got on him, so they're not in their own square now?
And they're not in their own square. They as a swarm, they can occupy the square of another creature.
Oh, that sucks. I was going to cast Guiding Bolt, but now...
doesn't it?
You can still aim at them. You can still target them within that square. Guiding Bolt doesn't affect everyone in the square.
Okay, so I can cast Guiding Bolt and not hit Gungo?
Yeah.
That's what I'll do.
Yep, you can do that. They're all there's mounds of them at his feet.
Wasn't enough anyway.
I
don't think. Maybe it was. Oh,
What did you, class 12 hits. They're very easy to hit.
okay. 8 points of radiant.
Ooh, nasty. Okay, Magungo, I'm going to have to keep moving you away here. Okay, I'll put him above you just for ease of use, so we don't have to keep moving. But they're in your square, Gungo. All right, Elric, very good. They take this guiding bolt, shoots out, and psh, you see all these rats flip over and squeak and fry in the pure radiance of your searing holiness. Anything else, Gungo?
Yeah, after I... Let's see, once I do that, I become visible again, and I'm going to move.
They probably should have been
Here.
an advantage. You might have got a 20.
Oh,
Doubled
should
it.
I roll again?
Yeah, you can roll a second roll just in case.
Let me just see.
You never know.
Yeah, never. Nah.
Okay. Well.
But I'm going to cast Healing Word on Gungo from here.
Okay.
And
Guiding Bolt is cantrip.
Guiding Bolt is, for me, it's a one-time use spell, but it's also a level 1 spell.
Yeah. What about Healing Word?
So I use Healing Word's a bonus action.
Yeah, but is it if it's not a cantrip, you won't be able to do it.
Okay, never mind. I got nothing else to do.
Okay. Felwyn.
But I am going to get. I am going to move here.
Yeah. Okay. You got your faculties, Felwyn. What do you want to do?
I want to.
The rats are now your enemy for the purposes of you're in melee with them, just for ranged attacks.
Yeah,
if
they're
you
right
want
next to me, right?
Yeah.
Right now?
Mm.
I'm going to punch the nearest one next to me.
Right. So you put your holster, your dagger, or what is it called? Your gun?
My thing,
And
my
then-
pistol.
All right.
And I'm just going to go with my thunder gauntlets, and that's a 14.
All right, nice. Bam! You pound them and start squishing rats. Roll your damage.
That's an 8. But the reason I did this is a creature hit by this now has disadvantage on attack rolls.
Ooh, okay. How long for?
Until my next turn.
Nice.
You would have been an advantage on your attack roll as well because of Ed's guiding bolt.
Oh, yeah, so let me just roll another d20.
Again? Yeah, would be good.
No.
Okay. All right, so is that your turn, Felwyn?
Um,
That was just a punch, so you got bonus action up your sleeve.
Yeah, there's nothing really else there.
Okay. Gunko.
Oh, I could probably punch again. I got 2-weapon fighting. I got 2 fists.
Okay.
Does that mean I could punch again?
That's offhand weapon, and you've got a shield in your hand.
Oh, true.
Yep.
So, yeah, no.
Gungo.
Okay, he's going to recklessly attack them again
Okay.
with his rapier. Where's that gone? This probably shouldn't have. So 22.
Nice. You skewer many rats.
You get all this damage. So 9 damage.
Okay.
And then, as a bonus action, he's going to use his hammering horns.
Okay.
So they'll need to make a strength save, a DC 13 strength save.
Ooh, okay. They fail that.
Oh, so I can push him up to 10 feet away from me. I'll push him straight back onto that fire.
Is it in any direction? Or because if it's just away from you...
Yeah, well, if they're on me, I'm assuming...
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yep. Okay. And
Yeah,
they go on the
yeah,
fire? Yeah, no problem.
So bang.
Yeah, can you roll the fire damage, Ulrich?
Burn, rats. Sorry, I meant this one.
Yeah, you're not... Oh,
Not much.
Oh, well.
Okay, yeah, something. In fact, these rats are now so... so fried that they're about the bundle is about half its original size. Anything else, Gungo?
No, but did you get a whiz save at the end of that?
Yes. Oh,
Hey,
nice one.
20.
Okay, you regain the ability to speak, and you just put aside the place where you are right now.
Yeah. You stupid little bastards.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, the rats go. They get disadvantage this time to hit you, but advantage because of your thingo, so it's a straight roll, yeah?
Yep.
Oh my god! Natural 20. Okay.
It's going to be ugly.
It would have been ugly.
Oh, that's why they're down to half, aren't they? So
Yeah, they're down to half.
still doubled.
So it does 3 damage of piercing, but every brain pulses and does 26, which might send you unconscious. I don't know, because it's psychic, and I think that is not what you're half.
No, that's correct. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So how much damage roll up, sorry?
29.
So, and that was 3 piercing and 26 psychic?
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely crossed me. Can't go down.
Okay. Elric.
Go up. Cast healing word on him.
Oh. Okay.
Gun go up.
5 hit points and you
Extra 5.
regain consciousness.
Nice, thank you.
And
And your rage is finished,
So,
unfortunately.
Those did those rats move? Because otherwise they would have got burnt again.
can I
Oh, he did roll it.
Yeah.
yeah. So the rats are right here.
Yep. You can close enough. They moved off the fire, but that brings them within range of you.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go around Felwyn and attack melee
Okay.
with my scimitar. Ooh, crit!
Natural 20. Okay.
Nice.
How do I roll crit damage? Oh, there it is.
Just roll, click on the scimitar and see what happens. It should just roll.
Oh, yeah, I'll do it automatically. There it goes.
9 damage. Okay, so there's very few rats now. A couple of maybe just over 20 or so. A little nest of them. You've done your healing word. Gun goes on the floor but regains consciousness. Felwyn.
Okay, I'm going to Let me take a step back so I can get I'm just going to shoot them.
Okay.
Better take a step back so I
Yep.
can get a good shot.
Both Elric and Gungo do this like. Hold that gun out.
Yeah, you see Felwyn point the gun at you.
Not again.
Daggers on the ground.
No!
Daggers on the ground.
13.
Yes, hit.
For 5 damage.
Okay. You see another 3 or 4 rats just squeak and flip. Anything else, Felwyn?
Nope, that's it for now.
Okay, Gungo.
Okay, he'll stand up and just swing with his rapier.
Okay. Slashity slash.
Ah, 9.
No, 9 is a miss, unfortunately.
Um,
You rolled the damage.
no, I did roll damage as well. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. The 9 is damage. Oh! Another natural 20.
Let's roll that probably. So that'd be 9 plus. Yeah, all of that. 7, 16 damage.
Wow.
Well,
Okay. Now there's only, less than 10 rats, a handful of them left. They disengage from you, which basically means run under the brine pool and find. Remember, I said that there was many cracks and things, but no light. And they, as rats can do, each one finds a little 1-inch hole or crack or something to sort of squeeze into. And the lights, obviously, they seem to go dim as they disappear into the thing. And you'll finally find yourself heaving, breathing heavily in this alien space, just being attacked by somehow sentient, mind-warping rats. And you're still faced with now this very crispy-looking corpse on the ground.
I of course cancel the
Cancel.
concentration on the bonfire. So it's
Okay.
not now.
Are we out of initiative now?
We
But
are.
that's probably it's probably been burning long enough to for the body to
Oh
be
my
burned.
god,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, guys. I
You guys
didn't
can
mean to
understand me
shoot
now?
you.
You guys can
Yeah, we can hear you
I
now,
understand.
Gungo.
Yep.
Yep,
Yeah.
we can hear you now.
Thank goodness.
All right.
And suddenly all is quiet. And as normal as
going
it can be in a place like this.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Gungo.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's okay.
And then I'm gonna take a look at this pool
Okay.
and see if there's anything left alive in there.
Okay. It's a bit murky. You know how brine pools, they can get. It's not green like a swamp. It's almost a pale, ashy or white cloudy colour. You can see some of these dead little tadpoles and things. Do you want to roll me an investigation or describe what you're actually doing other than just standing there looking at it?
I want to see if anything's moving.
Okay.
Like, I don't necessarily see but is anything moving? Like it might still be alive or wiggling or.
Yes.
Like,
Okay.
And I
Okay.
rolled a 24.
All right. Okay, so the brine pool, doing this investigation, you can tell that while it does look like they are slightly moving, and they're sort of shifting, position somewhat, you realise that that's because of the nature of the floating pool with it spinning slightly. It's not spinning of its own accord. If you're sort of where Gungo, you've just been fighting next to the brine pool, you would have sort of bumped into it. You're effectively in its square for a lot of the fight. If you just touch it with your thigh, it sort of stops spinning and maybe bumps back the other way. So it's just because it's weightless that it's able to move around. You also can see a scum line. So there's a line of sort of saltiness near just a couple of inches below the top. But the current level is a lot lower down. And it's still slimy and so on up to that scum line. And so you realise that this pool that it doesn't seem to have lost any water, but it's somehow dropped it to be half its size. And you would estimate that whatever would be needed to have been in this pool would be massive, given the size of the pool is 20 feet across.
Where is it now?
Mm.
And the roof's closed in, right?
The roof's the roof's closed in, and lining the walls, you can also see more of these like upright coffins with leather straps. About 3 or so of them across.
And these like are these like cabinets or tables or something, or some control panels or something that just inside the door?
They are, yeah. They look like some sort of buttons or controllers of some sort. And
do these make any sense to you, Felwyn?
Okay, can we do like a search of the room or investigation?
I'll hold Felwyn up so she can.
Yeah, okay.
While they're investigating the pool, I was going to check out the burnt to crisp dead guy that the rats were eating on.
Yeah, okay. All right, can you do you can either do an Arcana or a Nature for me, Elric?
Alrighty. Which one's higher? They're both the same. So the Arcana.
Okay. Oh, okay.
18.
So now that you see this close up, you recognise this as an aberration, a creature, psionic, mind-powered creature. You've heard, obviously we all know mind flayers or illithids. So you know enough to know that these things travel the multiverse. They like dark, wet places. It's just the nature of their physiology, and you would know something of them in that way. Hence the architecture and the mind-affecting magics or influence of being around their stuff.
Okay.
Have a look underneath the pool. See if there's anything underneath there.
Okay.
Can I fit under the
You said it's
pool?
floating.
Yeah.
Can I like walk under there? Is
You
it
can't walk under there, but you could squeeze under there.
So yeah, I could probably duck and go.
Sharman light under there.
Okay.
So Felon ducks under because it'll be easier for her.
Yeah, you'll have to turn your head side on and probably take your helmet off.
My helmet is like, I'm not taking my helmet off.
Okay.
She's Mandalorian now.
Yeah, it's like really, it fits really tight. It doesn't really get in the way.
This is the way.
This is the way. I don't trust this shit.
All right. Well, give me either acrobatics or athletics to try and either squeeze under or wriggle under. But it is tight and with a fixed shape. 20. All right. So you managed to contort yourself. Your helmet is...
Well, it's not fixed shape. My helmet's removed. They're all separate pieces, by the way.
Yes.
So
yeah.
It's very movable.
So you managed to get it where it will flex and move, and such that you can you still turn your head side on because your nose will be head's longer than it is wide. But you turn your head side on, you can shimmy under, and you got Gungo sort of upside down, poking his nose under the thing. What about you, Ulrich? You still got your torch out?
Yeah, I picked my torch back up and finished off the rats. And I was looking at that. I was looking at that.
That's right. Yeah, okay.
Mind Flayer guy.
Okay, so this is happening while you're doing your sort of trying to investigate the crispy corpse.
Now after I figured out, I told them what I thought of the corpse, and then I'm sitting there watching Felwyn try to look underneath this pool.
Okay. Fel, when you get to about the middle of the pool area, and an image comes into your mind. It's not an attack, or you don't sense it as being an attack like you did with the rats, but you have this some sort of shared vision, and it starts out with this horrifying sound of shearing twisted metal filling your brain, and you get this sequences of poof, 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 flashes of images. First, it's almost as if you're flying through a starry, silvery sea, dotted with distant stars, both up, and when you look down, they're beneath you as well. And suddenly, you're in this sort of organic ship sort of thing and being faced with these green-skinned humanoids with silver swords and silver weapons. And one of them gets this huge greatsword and thrusts it into your guts. And then again and again, until that image flashes away. And in a blinding flash, suddenly, different scene, you're hurtling through space, flames all around you. And suddenly you can see ocean rushing towards you, and you're just as if you're falling. Just before you're about to hit the ground, hit the ocean, everything goes black. And then the next thing you see, it's actually an image from afar, and you see these handful of sea devils. You've fought them before, the Sawagan. And just like funerary bearers might carry a coffin, or rescuers might carry someone who's injured. The six of them over their shoulders are carrying what looks like one of those illithids that Elric told you about. Purple skin, it's limp and has a few injuries and so on. But they're marching up the beach towards what looks like a rift in the cliff behind the crash site. It goes blank again, and then your eyes come back to yourself, and you can see Gungo sort of looking at you quizzically.
I'm like, oh my god, that was
Are you
weird.
asleep, Solon?
No, I just had some things popped into my mind. It wasn't like before. I'm not gonna shoot you. I'm all good.
Put the gun down.
But and I just tell them everything that I saw.
Okay.
I'm just like, that was trippy, and I'm like wiggling my way back out again.
And the cliff that Farron describes, is that outside? Did we see that cliff outside? Where the creek? You said there's a.
We'd
I
have to
think you
go
said there's a
outside.
rift.
Yeah, you can roll a intelligence check for me to see if you can.
Intelligence. Sure. No, 4.
No.
Okay, maybe, but nothing that you can tell.
Right.
I have to go outside and have a look.
Do you think you were getting a vision of what happened to the creatures on
I
the
think
ship?
so. I think so. Yeah. To me, it makes the sense.
Are there any other doors in this room or anything else? Or is
No
this-
other exit. This the directly opposite the doors where this brine pool is, there's just a blank panel of rock.
No, I'm gonna pop outside and see if I can see a
Okay.
thing up in the cliff face.
Yep. Easy enough for you to just sort of step outside. And sure enough, you can sort of position yourself and get to a position where you can see a ravine further up the beach, away from in the opposite direction to which you came from the town.
And does it look just like I saw?
Yes.
I'm like, wow, that's creepy, but yeah, that's the direction they took this thing. So we... that means there's going to be sea devils that are under the control of... It's not going to be good.
Is this another door down here?
It-
Elric
it's-
will explore the rest of the ship while they go back out and look around. Side.
Okay. Well, bear with me just for a sec. Okay, yeah. Can you do a... Now that you've seen, because you did do a look for tracks before, now that you... Yeah, so now that you've know where to look specifically, rather than just generally doing a loop around, you can either roll survival for checking for tracks as a natural thing, or investigation if you're just looking for clues.
Okay. I have good survival.
It's your thing.
I've got advantage on survival checks to track.
Oh wait, you were talking to
that's
Gungo.
very
So.
specific.
17.
Same.
Okay. 17, so you think it's been some time and there might have been some bad weather and so on, but you think you can see the line that, 6 creatures might have walked on. You can't see, boot prints or flipper prints for that matter, but there's definitely been traffic. And you can also, looking behind you, you can see a crowd forming. There's probably about 5 or 6 people just watching the craft from above. Much like a whale beaches and a crowd forms to look at the rescuers, and the word has spread that the investigators are here and checking it out, and there's a few curious Fishkabuck locals.
Hey, do you want to put on a show?
Sure.
Carry me out screaming she's dead. Oh no, she's dead. What are we going to do?
They're demanding money. Go out, and just I'm not going to say everyone's dead. I'll just scare them.
Okay.
But okay. Well, should we go talk to some of these villagers and see if? I guess we've kind of questioned them last time, didn't we?
You have, yeah.
We should probably
Yeah.
just maybe head up the beach and...
Maybe
Did we
go
see
tell
all
them
the
what we're
ship?
doing.
Yeah, that's towards the exit.
Yes, yeah, you've seen it. As far as you can tell, you've seen all the ship. You failed to. You couldn't get through that last door, but that door
Okay.
you've now seen both sides of it. You've just come at it from different angles.
Okay.
You were
I'll join the
doing
group then.
you were doing a nature or an investigation or something as well, weren't you, Elric?
I just did it because I thought you were talking to me. So I was just
Oh, no.
I was trying to see if this was a door back here.
Okay.
And
And what did you get for your investigation, or was it
it
survival?
was a survival, and the 17 I can roll investigation if you'd like.
No, that's fine. You look around and you see where this ravine is. Obviously, it's a ground level and the beach goes in. And looking up, it does form a bit of a promontory. And it looks like at the top of this ravine are some, standing stones, like the place where you threw the head. And it's a bit of a feeling of coming home. That this is a stargazer's circle.
Oh,
One of your folk.
nice. I know this place. I know of these places.
Yeah.
Is it a nice place to have a little short rest?
Indeed.
You don't. It's quite. You're not sure how you're going to get up there. So there's cliffs and things.
We'll have to climb
Yeah,
a bit
I-
to get up there, but it would be safe.
I could climb up and throw a mob down for you.
Mm-hmm.
How high are the cliffs?
Probably about 50, 60 feet.
Okay.
We could try to climb them. We could probably carry someone if we needed to.
Oh, well, Gungo shouldn't have too much trouble climbing up. And he can chuck a rope down and then help you guys out.
Some of the villagers come over towards you as you're sort of heading off, and there's two of them in particular. And they say, what is it? Have you got any news?
Yeah, we'll tell them what we found in the ship.
Mm-hmm.
They say,
It's rat infested.
Ah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll go in.
We got most of them, but
Mind control rats.
Oh. The whole... Yeah. Fiskerbuck is rat infested. They come off the ships.
Those stats were a little different.
They say, where are you going to blow? You're going to the blowholes.
Is that what's that way?
Yes.
is there a
How-
easier way up than just climbing the cliffs?
Oh, the blowholes. That ravine there goes to the blowholes, and at high tide, water washes in, and you can see it bursting out from a few places. But at low tide, it's exposed.
We believe some creatures came from the ship and went that way.
Oh. And you see a couple of kids sort of whispering to each other. But
What are you talking about?
the old timer says, "Oh, yeah, there's the old druid that lives up there, bit crazy. He's always looking upwards."
Yeah, they were like that.
We probably should go talk to him then. Alric, sounds like somebody you want to meet.
I may know this man.
We haven't seen him for a few days, but that's not uncommon. He lives close to town, but he doesn't leave his tent, doesn't leave his stone circle.
And the stone circle is what we can see up
Yeah,
on the cliff.
yeah. Or at least a sign of it. That's what Elric reckons. Others might just not notice that's made by druidic hands.
Maybe we should go find his tent, Elric, and he can take us there, if it's his place.
Yes.
Can you show us where his tent is?
Yeah, well, you can get there by going back to town and winding away and coming from the other end.
Yeah, let's
we
go
should-
talk to him and see if he can take us up there. That might be easier.
The blowholes come out at the top of that cliff, so that's the attraction.
Oh, so if we kept walking that way, we'll end up there.
Oh no! At the end, if you keep going through there, you'll go into the caves. They sort
Okay,
of
so
wend their way.
If you want to go to the druid circle before we go here,
Yeah. Because that way we can talk to him, and then we can also have a look and case the place out.
and have a bit of a rest and get some stuff back.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
All right. Take us to this tent.
Okay.
Yes, Elric will confidently lead the way since he kind of feels at home.
Okay. I'll grab everyone in your current state. And you make your way up back towards town, but you don't go right into town. You just there's a way to sort of cut up through the rocks without having to climb. And a couple, they're not kids, but a couple of youths seem to be hanging around, walking along with you. And you should see, and you find your way. Paste. This should work. Ah, cool. I think that's all three of you at least. Oh no, I didn't get Gungo.
No, I'm there. I think Gungo and Felwyn are on top of each other there. There we go.
There's Ulrichs and Felwins everywhere. Alright, so once again I'll just put Morwen, Nader and Cortan off to the side here.
With 2 Gungos as well at the moment.
2 Gungos, yes. Okay. So the 3 of you come out from this... Sorry, I'll just move you across here for a minute. From this... See off to the east here, there's a bit of a pathway.
Okay.
And directly in front of you, and you come out from 2 sort of... another drop-off, and there's a bit of a ledge with vegetation and so on. And there's a few tall standing stones, a couple of them nearby, and cliffs peeling off to either side. You can see a tent to the north of you. I assume you can see that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's go and see if there's anyone in the tent.
And I think you should, to the far north, see the pattern of standing stones, the normal little ring.
Elric will get to about 10 feet from the opening of the tent and then call out, traditional druidic, here as a friend and for guidance and for discussion and for friendship.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
You call out the traditional, the greeting for fellow druids. Nothing answers your call.
Mm-mm. Okay, so I will approach a little carefully and take a look inside the tent then.
Okay. You look inside the tent and it looks a bit dishevelled, a bit uncared for. You would expect, druids who live in the wilderness to make better, take better care of their camp. Keeping a tidy, well-kept tent and camping areas important if you're gonna get by in the wilds. And this looks like this person's just been sort of sleeping, not even under the rags, but looks like they're sort of damped down. There's a smell of dog or wolf or something in the tent as well. And it looks like there's stars dotted with charcoal on the inside of the tent. And scratchings and writings, again, in charcoal.
Can I decipher any of it? My background and the stars look familiar to me.
They do. They look like the stars that you're very familiar with. All the main constellations, the things are all marked.
Okay.
And just like yourself and the normal sort of teachings, you would have... marked the comings and the goings of the different stars and the patterns they make across the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Can you roll a insight for me?
Certainly.
Natural 20.
Rolling good today.
Okay.
Yeah, you are.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. So some of these, the older ones, seem okay, but that almost obsessed. So this is more like a scholar type druid, trying to uncover the mysteries of nature, and all the newer ones, and I'm saying probably in the last months, are manic and confused.
Seems like he was onto something here, but he's gotten obsessed.
Onto something or not on something.
Oh,
A
perhaps.
little bit of bias.
Bit of mushrooms and herbs off to the side.
Perhaps a little bit of both.
Yeah.
And the either the information he was discovering drove him crazy, or the things he was eating while he was doing his research
Yeah.
drove him crazy. But he's clearly gotten a little crazy.
Yep.
Is there any evidence around like that he kind of left somewhere?
No.
Can we investigate these orange things that are growing nearby?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some
Have a look
very.
at tracks
Um,
around the place.
so while Eric's in there investigating the contents of the tent, Gungo, can you do a survival? 6?
11.
No. Oh, 11.
Oh, he kicks a bunch, yeah.
Oh, nice. You don't see any tracks, although just looking at the lay of the land, you can see that there's like a promontory of rock that you can't see up on top of, up to the north. And it sort of projects, like a diving board towards these standing stones.
Oh, okay, have a look at that. And is that the lookout, maybe? Oh, yeah, you go up and he says, oh, you might want to come have a look at this, Elric.
And Elric, you come outside the tent. Felwyn, you see Gungo looking a bit shocked, and he's staring behind behind some rock.
She's making her way over.
Okay.
Come over.
Okay, and you see what looks like a wolf, and it looks like its head has exploded.
Oh,
Or exploding heads.
And there's a body face down. It looks like it's been dead a couple of weeks.
I'll just investigate a little closer.
Okay. It clearly looks druidic from the robes and things. Face down. And this guy doesn't have an exploded head, but he's sort of in a strange shape. And he's definitely bleeding from the ears.
and the wolf.
The wolf, does it look like it was a companion or like it was attacking him?
He doesn't
How
have
does
it.
it look?
He doesn't have any wolf bite marks on him at all.
Okay.
And do the bodies look like they're about the same age?
Yeah.
Yep.
In dog years.
Maybe this isn't a good place to take a short rest.
And you're slightly sheltered from a slab of rock above you, about 15 feet. And where you go, Gungo, it's off the map, but there's a bit of a ramp that goes up around if you want to follow that.
There's a lookout up here to look out over the area below.
Can I search the druid before we go?
Yeah, you do. You find a sort of a journal, but it's not that. That'd be calling it too much. But it looks like some private notes that he's been taking beyond what's in the in moments of clarity.
Okay.
Do you want to have a look at that?
Yeah, I'll take a look at it.
Okay.
Is it written in druidic?
Yes, it is.
Or just common? Okay.
Yeah.
Do we know enough to work out what's happened here, or do we have to do like can I do an investigation to try and work out and piece together?
I think if you think you can figure out, that's fine. You've seen heads explode already.
One of those things, yeah.
And Elric.
Like to work out what happened with the druid. Like
Well,
we know what's happened with the dog now, but to work out what happened with the druid.
So Elric would know enough with his natural 20 on nature for looking at the mind flayers that they kill you by sticking tentacles into your ears.
Okay, so we know, looking at here, what's happened.
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah.
Like we know what's happened. I just want to know if our characters have worked.
The aliens got to him.
Yeah. And then you see Gungo looking over the top of you. And
Oi, Gungo.
and looking down.
Hello.
One's loose around here, guys.
Any insight in that journal?
Ah, yeah, the journal. I'll just open up some of the site for you. Okay. Let me just... You should see this on your screen. It's a handout.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh,
Handout? No. Oh, you just open
I
it.
don't see a handout.
Oh, don't you?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Which one is it?
Yeah, we can always just go into handouts.
Okay. Just go show to
I only
players. I'll just make sure it's visible to all of you, because that's what it might have been, just permissions.
There it is, Druidic Notes.
Okay. It started when our shamanic ancestors called out to the stars in the night sky. Primitive beings we were, alone, tumbling through the vast emptiness, while clinging to the skin of this world as children alone, seeking meaning and solace. For years, our order has scanned the skies. We lit beacons, made sacrifices to signal the stars. The skies remained silent. But as crying children never cease, neither did we. Each midwinter solstice included entreaties to the sky, and for decades the call was repeated unanswered. But then, finally, after all these years, a response. Our midwinter festival was timed with a period when the seers say that gods reach down to us. Those amongst us sensitive to it can hear this message as a shrill, shrieking whine within our heads. Those of us with the sight, and you would know from Druidic that the sight is, being able to see within for what this might mean, and we quailed in realization that the response came not from the stars, but from behind them, from the dark gulf beyond. The healers say, ignorant that they are, the ringing in our ears with the turning of the season is but a function of failing hearing that comes with age. But I have divined the repeated message written in the dark between the stars. Where are you? It is only now that I see the blazing trail descend from above, like a bloody slash in the sky. The shriek has returned, but different. The augurs and the entrails have decoded this message, and now I can clearly understand, like a native language long forgotten. We are here. That's the last page of his journal.
Take off his star chart and start making some notes on the back of his shield. It's like, okay, this is all making sense now. All these things that I saw, okay.
Okay.
Strange. So I'll read that to everybody in common.
Okay.
And what's Gungo found up here? Looks like some sort of altar or something.
Yeah, this would be like the place where Druidic sacrifices, rituals, the sorts of stuff that he mentions in his journal. It might also be where ceremony spells might be cast. It's a pretty standard Druidic altar.
Mm. Yeah. And nothing upon it?
Oh, a few remnants of bones and herbs and Druidic components.
Alright. And can we see down to the blowholes from here? Was there something about...
Yeah, so it was a pretty short walk to get up here, and it's low tide, so you're not too sure where the blowholes are. There would be gaps in the rock somewhere, but you're not seeing any bursts of, sea spume.
At the moment.
No.
Well, Edvig, should we bury your Druidic compadre?
You muted it.
Fire on his altar.
Yeah, Elric, you would know the traditional Star Druid burial of cremation, because then you go up to the stars and become one and do-de-do.
Let's do that then.
So I will carry the body up and place it on the altar.
Okay.
And we'll wait if we can wait till nighttime. I would do it then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we could take a short rest or a long rest while we do it.
Mm.
But I will tell the story too to everybody during this and say, it's very well, it could be the place we were just in is not from this world and has come as an answer to the calls by this druid and his order from the stars.
That would match with the vision I saw of flying through the stars and crashing here. I mean, there were stars everywhere, up and down and below me.
fascinating.
It's actually kind of wonderful to look at.
Okay, well, shall we go have a look at the blowholes?
Should we take a rest? Can we take a long rest?
Yeah, you could take a long rest. You can, it's you could rest.
It'll probably, yeah.
Because we're going to wait till night time and then burn him. So whatever time it is now.
Yeah. Okay. So about 4, you can just basically rest and try and get a sleep, or at least a take some shelter and rest for a time. You get about 4 hours before sundown. Then take another 4 hours or so if you're going to wait. You basically get a full long rest out of it. Recover all of your hit dice and whatnot. And
we would need to wait till next low tide again, right? Because it's low tide now. So if we wait 4 hours, it'd be like getting to high tide, and then we'd need to wait till low tide again. So we probably need to wait a full.
Yeah, so eventually you'd start to hear the waves crashing in the beaches. The crashed craft is surrounded in water and surging surf, and eventually with each crash you can see the poof poof and see the water shooting up through some blowholes in the rock closer to the cliff's edge. You recover from your long rest. You recover and finish your long rest. Get hit dice back and can spend any if you choose to. Or half your hit dice. No one spent any hit dice anyway, so you could either spend them before you take your rest and get half of them back. But you can change spells and all that sort of business if you need to. To get ready.
Right now, actually.
Do we have that sword?
You do. You do. I would assume Cortan's carrying it around, but they're all with you.
Yeah, can I cast Identify on it during this time?
Yep, you can tell that's it's a silver or silvered weapon, but also magical +1.
Okay, cool.
I added that journal to my inventory, by the way.
Okay.
I think I want to carry it around and just kind of revisit it.
Yep. Okay. There's a few things like pictures and stuff like that, if you all throughout. Okay, so you have you done what you need to do for a long rest, or?
Yeah.
Okay. And are you going to collect up some wood and all that sort of stuff for a pyre, or?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So it's probably a fair bit of time to collect enough that for a funeral pyre, you set that, conduct the ceremony, and give this druid his final rites. And throughout that time, at some point, you see a lantern coming along, and a couple of villagers come up, some of the braver ones, and it turns out that it's a couple of teenagers. And they're sort of not shy; they're probably actually brash, but come across as shy. But being the bravest of the ones to see what's going on and go up and find out. And they say, "Are you going to go down into the blowholes?"
Have you ever been down there?
Oh, we've tried. It's a really cool place to crawl around and explore the caves. They once upon a time, or at least some time ago, dwarves came out from that way. There's mines. The dwarves were here a long time ago and mined under this huge promontory down to, whatever they do, mining stuff, treasures, no doubt. Didn't really work out for them, the old timers say, and they dug too deep and whatnot. But the blowholes definitely connect up to those mines that go through to Baranzo.
And is there anything dangerous down there?
Oh, we haven't been into Baranzo.
No, I mean just down by the blowholes.
Oh no. There are sea devils from time to time. You know, in the northern side of the island, they're a not constant threat. They've got a lair that they have taken for themselves. We avoid that. It's where the Golden Crown went down. There's a ship not too far offshore.
The Golden Crown.
Hmm.
Was it salvaged ever?
Oh no, I guess it was salvaged when it first went down, but we can't get near it now. That's where the sea devils dwell. You can tell the mast pokes out of the water. It's only about 70 feet deep.
Sunken ship and treasure and
Sounds like a place we want
danger.
to go.
Sounds like our kind of place. By the way, since I left early last week, where is our ship? Is it just offshore still?
Yes, although they had said they'd wait a couple of days and then they'd need to move around the other side of the island to the main port.
Okay. So
Depends how long we take is where we meet up with them, I guess.
Yeah.
So maybe these creatures are trying to get into the dwarf mine for some reason.
Depends on what the dwarves uncovered. And the children did say it was they dug too deep.
Well, there's no time like the present.
You could talk to the old timers and find out. They might find out more, I guess. But we always get told the stories.
Oh, well, we're pretty much in town still, right?
It's not too far if you want it. It's a half-hour walk.
Yeah, I'd like to go buy a rifle.
Wow.
A rifle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could not be a gunsmith in this town, but
yeah, that'd be more city stuff.
Oh, okay, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We're in the little place, not the.
You're in.
other one.
Yeah.
Very- That would be in the original place we came from.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where the Earl is on the other side of the island, perhaps.
Yeah. Wrong place.
They say there is an inn. There is a place where you can get goods, nets, hammers,
I'd like to find some healing potions.
potions. You want to talk to Granny Saltwood?
Granny Saltwood?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a little nervous about dealing with old ladies in this game. She'll give us another possessed box to throw off a cliff. All right, we'll go see Granny.
Okay. So you head back into town if you want to. You could sleep here, but it's before midnight, and there's nothing open. Everyone's all asleep and so on. But there is an inn. You could rattle at the door, and someone will come out and say, "Oh, this is not the hour for being out and about." But the innkeeper ushers you in and says, "If you want a room, I've got some, but you'll have to be quick about it."
Okay.
It looks a little put out, but happy to accommodate you.
How much are the rooms?
He tells you roughly about the same as the player's handbook.
What's the player's handbook?
Something, and my brain goes like this. Like we're just given some information that we should know, but we don't know, and it just feels right and feels wrong.
Yeah.
Gango just give me 2 gold pieces. And
Okay.
Would that do?
Yes, this will be fine. I'll take you to your rooms and we'll we'll bring you up something hot to warm you up.
Okay, but no beef.
Okay. All right.
I make it taste like chicken.
Yeah. All right, so you head up to your rooms. You've got one each, paid some good money, and about 20 minutes later, 15 minutes later, you're brought up some not quite fresh bed, it's today's, but and some warm soup.
Taste the soup to make sure there's no beef broth in it.
Okay, all right. It doesn't seem
Seems
to...
like
Seems okay.
Seems like mushrooms and vegetables.
Yeah, it's fish soup.
Fish chowder.
Okay.
Seafood. Medley.
Chowder.
Yep.
And Fallon looks at the fish soup and just sighs.
Yeah. Morwen's off fish, you're off beef. You've got a very limited diet in this party.
Yeah, because like this is just the same stuff as we eat at home.
Yeah.
It's
Modern
just, like, more
adventuring.
fish.
Oh, that's true.
Like,
Yep.
because that like Stafford's Wall was a fishing town too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
God, more
Oh, well.
fish. Like,
Huh.
we need something else.
Okay, so all right, so let's see. Okay, so yeah, next morning you wake up fresh and head downstairs.
Mm.
And Fallon's always loving because no matter how like everybody's finding the bed small in these inns, she's just like, "Phew, they're big," and it's like
Yeah.
queen size for her. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. So we'll go talk to some of the elders about the blowholes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Would I'd like to talk to Granny Saltmain or whatever her name is.
Oh,
about
yeah.
Maybe she can get some stuff.
stuff as well. We could ask her too.
Yeah.
But yes, let's talk to whoever elders we encounter.
Okay.
Oh,
Can you,
there, yeah.
let's see. So you can go to the Saltwood Storehouse.
That sounds like a good start.
A tall wooden warehouse rises up above the homes around, and inside there's a handful of employees sort of scurrying around. Let's see. Yeah, Saltwood Storehouse, and there's rations and naval goods of all kinds. It looks like a place where you could go and get nets, ropes, sail needles and stuff like that. And on the wooden counter, one thing a bit curious, but this is a world of magic and so on. There's a sign saying potions of water breathing available, just ask.
that sounds handy.
Water breathing too. Didn't somebody? Oh, I know Morwen can breathe underwater.
You can, but not all of us can.
Maybe that would be worth something to us. Let's ask about them.
Okay.
That's that.
So you ask about them and say, "Oh yeah, Olgus, Granny can brew them, and she's been doing it for years, but she hasn't had much call to lately. They're not much demand. We keep the sign out there just in case, but yeah, sure, I'll show you through." And the clerk ushers you through to a separate part of the store. And they open a sort of creaky driftwood door, revealing a cosy, warmed room with a smouldering fire. And sat in a rocking chair by the fire is a battered iron cauldron and an ancient woman with greasy grey hair. and playing around her feet in the thick rug that cover the floor are a half dozen strange creatures. They've got the head of a cat or leopard, or some sort of feline, but the lower body and lower half is that of a fish tail. And the room does smell a bit fishy and a little bit too humid because it's so warm. And she sort of turns to you and she goes, "Oh, visitors, welcome."
So do these catfish things have legs, or are they just flopping around on the ground?
They move around like a seal might.
Okay.
Elric's go look at them, all the little guys, and use his speech of beast and leaf to just be like, "Oh, hello, guys. Hey, little guys." I'm very friendly with them.
All right. Can you roll a nature check? I know you come from inland a bit and woods and so on, but you might. They are a little odd.
He's quite taken with them, but I guess he's a little overwhelmed, so he's just going to kind of stumble over his words.
Okay. Now she's wrapped in layers of blankets, despite the heat of the room. And her sort of lank hair is, stuck together, probably with sweat. So it's a bit like you've come into a seaweed, fishy sweat lodge.
Pleased to meet you. We were told to come here for potions.
Oh, don't call me Granny. Granny Saltwood's my name. Potions? Oh, haven't had much call for that.
What do you think that is?
You're looking to, the sea devils. No one goes down.
Oh, I see.
How much are your water breathing potions?
Well, normally 50 gold per potion, but I haven't got any just now, unfortunately. I'm out of Dead Man's bootlaces.
Oh.
Where do we get
Well,
Dead Man's bootlaces from?
Would Elric know what those are?
Yeah, you would have heard of them. You wouldn't have seen them before. They're a type of seaweed.
Okay. Oh, where is that usually found?
Well, in my younger days, I'd go and harvest it from some caves not near here. But if you went and got me some and brought me enough that I could restock my supplies, I'd definitely give you a potion each for free if you wanted it. As part of my batch.
Sounds wonderful.
Okay.
How long does it usually take for you to make them?
Oh, it might be. It's over a couple of days.
And how far is this place?
It's about 9 miles up the coast.
Well, we'll be glad to do that for you. We're heading that way anyway.
Okay.
But in the meantime, do you have any healing potions?
Healing potions? I do, actually. I've got 3 of them. They're quite old, but the magic never leaves.
Oh, great.
Well, I would take one of those.
How much each? We'll be glad to take them.
They would be 50 gold each as well.
All right, I gladly take one.
She's not that creative with her pricing.
Everybody will take one healing potion.
Okay, so there's 3 there. So if the 3 of you want to buy a healing potion, you can for 50 gold. And she says, you'll need to go to Gallows Grotto.
What's the Gallows Grotto?
That's where you can get the Dead Man's bootlaces.
Oh, okay. Cool. Gladly. We were actually headed to the blowholes.
Oh.
What do you know of those caves?
Oh, therein lies madness, the madness of the dwarves.
Yeah, we had heard some of the youngsters talking about the dwarves and how they were chased away.
Well, they came here generations ago and were successful at the start, and apparently it was a hive of industry down there. There weren't thousands of them or anything, but there was definitely a thriving community, and but most of the stuff went south to the other side of the island and got shipped off that way. It didn't really benefit us locals at all. We were cut out. And she says, serves them right. They all started to lose their minds. I think they dug too deep and got addled. Vapours.
Vapors.
Mind-addling vapours, I think.
That's good to know.
Like, lost their mind in what way?
Well, it was before my time, but...
Surely there's rumours.
Madness. They all got affected by some sort of different types of madness.
And since the dwarfs left, has anyone ever gone down there again?
She racks her brain and says she nothing that not that she can think of. Youths have gone down there, but I don't know how far they actually got. They come back boasting of treasures and things, but nothing that she's ever seen. And her eyes, you notice as you're talking to her, that they look like they can move independently.
Oh. Do you know of the druid up on the hill?
Yeah, she does. Keeps to himself.
Regret to inform you, he's been killed.
Oh, that's terrible. Terrible thing.
He seems to have been addled by something on his mind as well.
No.
Have you heard any stories of creatures of that type that can influence your mind coming to town or being around?
No, I've not heard of anything like that.
Be careful.
Okay. Let's be on the lookout.
I keep to myself. In my autumn years, I stick to my blankets and raising my sea cubs here.
They're quite adorable.
They are.
Sea cubs, you call them?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, one of your sea cubs could be one of them, and you wouldn't know.
Don't mind my xenophobic friend here.
I'm just.
She's cautious of anything that doesn't look normal.
Look what happened to the wolf and the druid. I'm just saying.
Oh, this is true. They seem to affect animals as well.
It affects animals as well. It's nothing to do.
I thought you were saying there might be one of them.
Yeah.
No, it's just like it got into the wolf's brain, and the wolf's brain exploded and ate the druid. So just be careful. I'm just warning you. Just be careful.
Careful.
So you've got some rough directions to Gallows Grotto. She says that they look very much like bootlaces. That's what you're looking for, and they come in sort of big, tangled clumps. They're about the same length and thickness.
Can I use my herbalism kit ability to be able to find one easily?
You're pretty confident that once you see it, you'll know what you're looking for. And other than that, if you can bring her enough to make a couple of batches, she'll reserve a potion each for you. And she says there's quite a lot of you though, so 7 potions but that's no problem. So make sure you get as much as you can carry.
One of them doesn't need it; she can breathe underwater.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we only need 6.
So
okay, 6.
Only need 6.
Yep. Okay.
So, yeah, I think that'd be a good way to. She can work on those potions while we go explore the blowholes.
Yeah, that's good. And then maybe we can come back and have a look at that bolt.
Well, she can't do the potions till you get back with the bootlaces.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's the point. Yeah, let's go do that and get that out of the way, so that when we go explore the caves, she could be working on the potions, and then we'll go, like you said, go explore the sunken ship.
Okay. Okay.
So if it's early enough, we can go head out. We can head off, and only 9 miles away.
Bootlaces.
Bootlaces.
Okay. Anything else you want to do in town while you're there? There's the tavern and a few fisher folk sitting around, mending nets and that sort of thing.
Should we grab some breakfast? I'm sure it's fish.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's grab some breakfast.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Prestidigitation and make it taste anything except
but,
fish.
Right. Very good. It's custard. It's plum pudding.
I'm probably going to make it have like lamb or something, but Caroline is getting so sick of fish at this point in her life. She's just like...
Felwyn secretly loves beef, but she can't eat it around Gungo.
No, right now she's becoming such good friends with Gungo. She's just like, I can never eat beef again. So she's just looking.
But
you use prestidigitation just to change it to a beef flavor because you're just like, you'll never know. I'm changing it to chicken flavor.
Chicken stew.
You're having your delicious non-fish breakfast. And the innkeep says, so, how did you go with Granny? And it looks like he doesn't have much time for Granny. Thinks it's about, you can tell pretty much, it's written all over his face. He doesn't take much of a liking.
Oh, she seems along in her years. We did manage to buy the last few health potions she had left.
Oh, be careful. I think she tried to poison me.
How so?
Her potions. They're a curse.
Curse, you say?
What happened?
And there's a few other breakfasters, it's a common thing. Everyone sort of lined up along these benches with their trenchers. No, she's fine. She looked after me and cured my boils, no problem with that ointment. And it's a little bit of a, not an argument, but no, she was that. Everything she makes for me always tastes horrible. No, the stuff that I've got tastes fine. And
I think those things that work the best taste the worst.
Yeah.
Elric would say.
That's what my mum always used to say too. So these are probably pretty good healing potions. And they're probably exactly. Really bad.
Yep.
The typical grandma potions. Okay.
So,
speaking of tasting bad,
you going to the blowholes or what's going on? I hear rumors around town.
We thought we'd explore down the coast first, but then we'll come back and explore the blowholes.
Okay, well
later tomorrow.
Yeah, very casual, casual adventurers.
Yes, we need a break.
Yeah, we want to have a look around and explore the town and see the sights before we go into, what possibly we might not come back from.
Yeah.
So let's have a picture.
Mid-morning, even mid-morning, it's a little bit rowdy. You can hear every now and then voices raised from the tavern that you ate in last night. And we wouldn't have noticed in the dark, but the place is made out of a ship turned upside down. And where the hull has rotted away and broken, it's been patched with sailcloth. And so, every now and then you can hear, whether it's sort of cheering or, ooh, ah, yeah, that sort of stuff. Pirates saying their letters. But, so you see the Crow's Nest Tavern, which sounds like it might get pretty rowdy in the evenings.
Already getting started.
Yeah, already getting started. Or, for people who, all the fishing fleet goes out at a certain time, so it depends on when the tide is, as when it's rowdy, when it's not suitable
Still going?
fishing. Yeah.
Well, I'll ask the bartender, when's the best time, although I'll know already, but when's the best time to go to the blowholes?
Blowholes?
These days.
Early morning.
When's the tide level? Okay.
Early morning would be your. Do you want to see the blowholes in full fury, or?
We want to cross them to the cave.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. Well, then early morning.
Okay. Sounds like we'd have to wait for tomorrow anyway if we were to go there. So why don't we just explore around a little bit today?
Okay.
Go get them loose legs.
So I'm not going to let on that we're doing that.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Okay.
we're not doing
Yeah.
Granny
Okay.
a favor.
So you form up and walk for a few hours along the coast, and you find a coastal cave similar to the ravine but the water washes right up against the grotto, and this looks like it fits the description from Granny. After hopping along the coastline from Gundbarg, you reach the sea cave. Frosty ocean in and out of the cavern, casting sheets of spray up into the surrounding rocks. But it's far from completely covered.
So you have to kind of go down the water to get into the grotto.
You'd be up to your knees, I guess, just to get to the cave itself.
All right. Well, I'll kind of lead the way a little bit, looking for what I'm looking for.
Yep. Okay. So
hop on, Fellman.
Okay, and then I can hop to.
Shoulder
Grab
ride.
your ape hangers, horns there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so you jump up and get a shoulder ride, and both Gungo and Elric start making their way down the rocks towards where it is. So you're not entering by boat, which is another way that you can enter this, get to the cave itself. But you can do it, you can get down, it'll take a bit of an athletics check, just because it's quite slippery and it's large boulders. So I'll get both of you to do an athletics check.
This could go bad.
This could end up with Felon and Gungo going flying again. This wouldn't be the first time now.
14. I'm not sure why that won't add an advantage, but 14.
Okay, so 14 for Gungo. And how about you, Elric?
16.
16. Okay, so Elric, you've managed to shimmy down over the rocks on your butt for some of it, just sort of sliding on the slippery stuff. At one point, Gungo, you do slip, and your hoof goes out from under you, and you and Felwyn take a bit of a tumble.
Again.
Now this isn't a cliff. This is just lots of big boulders and stuff. So you fall a bit of a. It's actually quite a fall, and you end up landing amongst the rocks, taking 7 bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
Ouch.
Each?
Yes.
Yep.
I just felt would fall on top of Gungo.
Yeah.
I mean, I was only planning on carrying Belwyn once we got into the water, but I guess it doesn't happen. We can do it. It's funny.
You aim for the water, but then hit the rock.
No, this isn't the first time either. But that's
No, I know it's a habit.
Well, let's assume that it was about you get caught by a wave and washed up onto the rocks, and it was falling the other direction. So you scrape down barnacles or something. Same effect, but trying to scramble over these rocks. However,
Don't want to waste those healing potions now.
However, let's see. Right, I'm just going to move us to a new map. Assume you're all up to max from the overnight.
Oh, we were, but not now.
Before
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, true.
Just after that, I'm going to bonus action myself and give myself some temporary hit points.
Ah,
Just
okay.
because. Myself as having done that.
Okay, I'll put your tokens in.
Okay.
And you're actually in the water here. I'll just move the ones that are back at town somewhere. How's that looking? Or is that not showing up yet?
Let's see if I do.
Oh,
There
there
it
we
is. Okay.
Okay, so you can see the waves washing up against this cave opening, and pretty soon there's these ledges going up. Oh.
Gungo, get in here. We need
How's
your nose.
How's that looking to you? Is it dark?
No, it's. I can see all of it.
Yeah, you can see everything.
Yeah, the whole map. Boop.
Ah, whoops.
Yeah, I cover up my eyes. I'm not looking.
Okay, how's that?
That's better.
Nope. I can see everything still. Let me read.
see.
Yeah, I can just see it. Just in front now.
I'm reloading. That's better.
My mistake. Never mind. Yeah, so there are three. Let's assume that she's told you there's a series of 2 or 3 caves you have to go through, chambers, and
Yeah, that's what she said.
they'll grow somewhere there. There we go. Have your place.
All right.
Okay, so.
I look down at my torch and it's soaking wet. I'm like, shoot.
Yeah.
Gungo, we need your nose. You lead the way.
So after. Okay, so there. Right. The ceilings are about 30 feet tall, so it's clearly a crack between the cliffs and maybe even a fissure of some sort. So far taller than it is wide, and you feel a little bit uneasy approaching. Bit like it's you can sense the danger of the slick walls. You know that this would probably be underwater, perhaps. At certain tides, and
Okay.
beyond it's completely unlit. There's some steps steps you can climb.
Climb up the steps, yeah.
Yep. Okay. And you can enter a chamber, which is now
Oh yeah.
a little slick. And there are some steps now descending from there off to the west, or going higher up and then twisting around.
Chris just popped on and said, "Any point in coming in, or are we wrapping up?" So I told him to come on and help us with this.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
Go. You said down these stairs then.
Hold on, I'll just bring Chris's token in so he's there. Okay.
Noida.
Noda.
He said he'll be there in a minute.
Okay, all right. Okay, you managed to get it to the cavern despite the slick rocks and the pounding waves. The sea spray fills the air here, but not concealing the thick driftwood beam embedded in the above your head. Hanging from the beam is a mess of tangled ropes that they seem to swing of their own accord. There's not wind in here.
Sorry, is that the
I don't
main
know.
room now? The next room that we can see.
No. And where the ropes are, I'll draw it in here. Let's see. Objects. Where's drawings? Okay, I'll just put it in as a beam. There we go. And it's poking out of the rock. Here. But at an angle. Can you see that okay?
Yep.
Yep.
And it's swinging of its own accord.
Can I just looking at it, possibly see how it's doing that, or maybe make a guess of how it's moving on its own?
Yeah.
Clearly, there's no wind.
Yeah. Can you roll an insight for me?
Sure.
We would have seen that as we came in, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we wouldn't have.
It was a 15.
Just one sec. 15. Okay. I'm just fixing up camera business. To accommodate our
Hello, Chris.
imminent arrival.
Yes, hello. Sorry.
Hello.
How you going?
Bit of a hectic day at work.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Right.
Get in there. Just bear with me one more sec.
Mhm.
So you didn't miss too much.
Yeah, do you want to?
We
Give a bit of a break, a bit of a rundown would be great.
we went into the ship and we found a floating pool in one of the rooms, and there was a mind flayer type creature that was being swarmed by rats. So we fought off the rats and investigated the ship a little bit more, and Felwyn had a vision of creatures falling from the sky and traveling through the sky. We got out, and Felwyn recognized the vision as she saw in the coastline, and so we pursued that. Went up to where there were some. Elric noticed that there were some observation stones that were used for stargazing close by, and we went to where a druid was said to live. He was dead, clearly killed in the same fashion as the thing with the head exploded. His dog had an exploded head, and he had just been contorted like something was in his mind. So we gave him a proper druidic burial, and then we went into town, met a granny who sold us health potions and sent us on a mission to find some ingredient for a water potion, and that's where we're at now.
All right.
To find what's called bootstraps,
Lovely.
Yeah,
which is the
and
type
vision
of seaweed.
Yeah, the vision I had showed sea devils carting off one of the guys. So
Right.
we're going to follow them.
So, cutting of what?
Carting off one of the mind players.
Hmm.
Yeah, so we're going to
Oh,
follow
also
them.
my the druid who was dead had a journal on him who had said that they had been contacting the skies every midwinter, sending out a call for and it seems that call's been answered rather violently.
There's a handout worth reading at some point.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be in your journal.
On the handout page, it says Druidic Notes.
Yeah.
All right.
And you've just gone into this this grotto. There's two ways to go from here, but the tangle of ropes hanging from this driftwood beam poking from the ceiling, maybe 20 feet above, starts to swing of its own volition.
Mhm.
And
Can we avoid it? Or
yeah. It's you can move off to the side or be wherever you are. You're 5 feet away from it if that's where you want to be.
Yep.
No problem. Everyone sort of backs away from it a little bit. Felwyn, you can see right over there at the wall, and so a ghostly sort of luminous human shape takes form and becomes visible as this transparent body swinging from those same ropes as if they had just leapt. And it looks around at you. I don't know if you can see that on screen now.
Yeah,
Right next to
like a
Noida.
little.
I don't see him.
It's just like a little. Yeah, right there. It's very luminous.
Okay, yes.
Like,
Yes.
And looks around at you, and
There he is.
yeah, one of the hands sort of reaches like a claw out to you. Noida, I think
Hey
you're.
guys, I don't want to freak you out, but I see dead people.
Yeah.
Ugh.
don't be afraid. See them too.
And then it screams at you and detaches and starts flying down towards you.
Oh,
It's about 10 feet above.
all right.
I've cleared out the initiative tracker, but unfortunately you need to add yourselves in.
Right.
seriously?
All right.
Away. 7 for Gungo. Gosh.
Okay, we've got a 7 for Gunko, Noida 8, Elric 12, Felwyn 5. And what did I get? Oh yeah, I'll just adjust mine there. Okay, so sorting, which means Elric, you're first to leap to action.
And he's 10 feet in the air?
10 feet in the air. Not quite adjacent
Is there a
to you.
reason? Sorry, was there a reason we went to initiative, or just because? Did
It
you do
looks
anything
like
to
it's
attack?
flying
Oh,
down, and it's got its hands as if it's going to tear Noida's face.
Oh, I'm going to try to cast my Thorn Whip at him and pull him away from Noida.
Okay, roll.
Not sure
to
if
hit.
it'll work, but
Hmm.
I'm going to try. 14.
Okay. Class 14 hits.
Okay. It does damage and it pulls him 10 feet closer to me.
What type of damage is it doing?
It's piercing damage, 5.
Okay. All right. So, and it's from a spell. This is Thorn Whip, the cantrip.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll drop it in the chat.
Yeah. Okay.
A quick question: Did we have long rests?
Yeah, you should all be at full,
Yes.
apart from Elric and Felwyn slipped on some rocks earlier.
All right.
Not me, it was Gungo.
Oh, Gunko, yeah.
I made my save.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, so sorry, how much damage? It was 5, was it?
7. Oh, 5 damage piercing, yes.
Yeah, okay. Magical piercing, all right. Okay, you do the 5 damage, and what is that going to pull it towards you, is it?
10 feet closer to me, yes. So it should
Okay,
pull it
so
in
you
melee.
pull it down into melee with you, and it's adjacent to you now. Oh.
Oops.
Noda, you're 5 feet away from it.
Right. Okay. Does it look angry? Like I know it charged at me, but was it like I want to kill you charge, or please help me, or the first living thing I've seen in hundreds of years kind of charge?
Yeah, it was a. I'm gonna tell you a new one. How dare you? You don't know what you did.
All right.
Oh, can I use my bonus action to go invisible?
Sure. Yeah.
All right, hidden step.
Okay. You can move too then if you want.
I will. After I pull him closer, I'm gonna move over here.
Okay. All right.
I'm sorry if we disturb your peace. I'm sure we can just.
Oh, he's frozen.
Cool.
It's the effect of the spectre.
Yeah. So starting what will I?
The ghost in the machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mention to hit.
You guiding bolt. Nice one. Okay, so you cast the guiding bolt and radiant damage, I believe.
Yep. Indeed. That's 46. That's 7. Red rolls.
Okay.
And next attack against him has advantage.
Nice. Okay, so 2 spells in quick succession: Thorn Whip, Guiding Bolt. Gungo, what do you want to do?
So this is just like the red thing. That's just like a
It's a beam of driftwood.
with ropes hanging down.
Yeah.
And this guy was like hanging on one of the ropes or something.
It looked like those ropes at one stage were around this poor guy's neck.
Okay. All right. So Gungo's just going to pass through the ropes.
Yep.
To here.
Yep.
And then he's going to swing it in with his rapier.
Okay. Go for it.
At advantage.
Yep.
23.
Okay, 23 hits.
So it'll just do the 8 damage there.
Your rapier's just swishes straight through, and you find that it's, with its insubstantial, it does tear a bit in this ether of its form, and it loses some of that. But you're definitely, not doing full damage.
Okay. And can he still use his hammering horns?
You can have a crack. Yep. Bonus action, isn't it?
Yep. Strength save, DC 13.
Okay. So you try to headbutt the thing, and it fails. That pushes it back, doesn't it?
Yeah, push him off the ledge.
10 feet?
Yeah, sure, yep.
Okay. All right, so it goes blasting off, and it's like whacking a helium-filled balloon, and it goes whoosh, and then just sort of stops in space there, looking at you.
That's a Gungo done.
Okay. All right. It flies in, 1, 2, and goes straight to you, Gungo. You've just headbutted it and stabbed it, and it rolls, and it's both claws lashing out.
Okay.
What is your armor class?
15.
All right. It reaches out, tries to grab you around the neck, and you, dodgy little bugger that you are, avoid it.
Nice.
And it misses angrily. Felwyn, you're just watching all this happen as this spectre gets socked back and forth across the grotto. You're quietly there. What do you want to do?
I'm trying to measure it out. One, three. Ruler. I put? Ah. Just to here. Damn it.
So you go down a few steps.
Well, I'm trying to get 15 feet away from Chris. More than 15 feet away from Chris.
Okay.
Okay. Your little legs take you to be 10 feet away. There's 10 feet space between you, so you're not 15 feet away from him.
I'm trying. No, see, I can't. Do
Okay.
it.
You start to wade. You start to wade into the water.
No, I'm not doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to just get a space where I could cast a spell. And it's just not gonna-
Okay. I sense a thunder wave.
Yeah, I was gonna try and do a thunder wave exactly, but I'm gonna
Right.
hit
Good,
people.
good do it. You know, you will rough no doubt, but you'll live.
Yeah. Okay.
Nida likes it.
Okay. Well, I'll pop down.
At the very least, you will not
Gungo
complain
then.
about it.
I don't wanna hit Gungo. Okay, so let me at least hop far enough away so I don't hit Gungo.
Okay. Now you're down a ledge here, so you're blasting it up. You can see
Yeah,
this
let
thing's.
me assume since I'm going to be far enough away, I'm not going to hit Gungo. Or
Okay.
Elric, right?
Okay.
Whatever that is. And then I'm going to cast Thunder Wave.
All right. Thunderwave goes off. Let's
Which
have a
is-
look.
Oh, hang on. I don't want to do that again. Just playing VTT. So, thank you. 15-foot cube must make a Constitution saving throw.
All right. So, boom! There's rocks go flying up, and gravel and debris and driftwoods shatter as this wave of force rolls away from Felwyn and up across the ledge, and you. Gungo, you get this sort of smattering of pebbles and things, and your eyebrows shh. But otherwise, you don't get copped the blast. Felwyn, what is the thunder wave?
It is a 15-foot cube. He's got to
Yep.
do a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. What's it
And
needing?
what is it?
13. Oh, I better
Before it
check
fails?
that. I don't know how healthy
Unless he gets-
spectres are. No, this is a decidedly unhealthy spectre, and it fails.
So then he takes. Well, my first roll was 10.
Okay. You blast it, and this etheric creature just gets completely dispersed. And the creepy feeling about this place still remains, but the spectre is banished, is gone.
Alright. Noda will do a
Okay,
quick.
so Noida takes the same damage too, unfortunately.
Who does?
Noida.
I'm hit too. I think I need to make my con save too, right?
Yeah, but you make your con save too because you might only take half.
12. I don't think that does it.
No.
Yeah, so that's 10, right?
Yep.
Ooh. Right.
And from you hear a grunting sort of growling sound from the north passage that goes up. The stairs go up. Up in this direction.
Or just pops back in. Hey, I'm here. What I miss? And then I guess we'll go investigate.
Okay.
Yeah, Gungo head up or down. I can't remember which one it is.
Okay.
Alright. So we'll go pay the last. Awesome.
Okay. All right. You go up the stairs. Each step is a ledge worn away by the constant smashing of waves. So it forms like a natural staircase. Although it is wet rocks, it leads up to another chamber reeking of fish. Peering inside. It's single file here. Who's going up, Elric?
Oh, Gunko.
Or Gunko?
Gunko
Okay.
goes first.
Okay.
He insists.
All right. I'll just move your dynamic light here. Yeah, so you've got light spell on your nose still, or that would have been off from yesterday anyway, wouldn't it?
I can skip doing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a button that turns off and on.
Oh, this is your
Not a spell,
invention
right?
from the artificer.
Yeah, it's on his nose ring.
Nose ring.
Nice. Okay.
And
So
I changed one of my cantrips out last night, and I actually have light now. So I can
Okay.
just cast that on my
Yep.
pistol.
Nice.
Yep. I've
You
got
can
that
change
too.
cantrips.
When I went to sleep last night. On my long rest,
Cool.
you can change your spells up, right?
I think you change your spells, but not your cantrips.
Cantrips,
Yeah.
once you learn them, that you just learn them. Change your spells is more if they're like a wizard, if there's something you pick from a list that you know.
Oh, okay, so I can't change my cantrip.
Oh,
No.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nigel
I'll
has
change
light,
that.
so he can cast it on whatever you need.
Okay.
Now, if we're playing Tasha's rules, you can change your cantrip at level 4. One cantrip.
Yeah. So when you get to an ASI, you can swap one out. If you if you regret your life choices. But anyway, back to Gunko.
I didn't know.
You've got a little bit of light anyway from your bull nose ring, and so the peering inside this cave reeking of fish, you could notice this slumbering hulk of a beast. You recognise it as looking like some sort of sea lion or sea mammal of some sort. But it's fishy rather than mammal. So the front half is scaly, and once the front half gets to where the claws are, or legs, they get shaggy as well, and the face is a little bit cat-like or lion-like, and it's massive.
Like those things that were in Granny's.
Yeah. You might not have joined the dots if you saw them side by side, but yes, looks like a fully mature version of those pups.
And this is dead. This thing was that sleeping? So.
No, it's sleeping, and you hear it. It's not a good sleeper, and it seems to be growling and twitching its flipper.
Oh, look at the little guy.
The creature is easily over 10 feet long and must.
Is there any exits from the room?
There's not. You can see a bit of a glint from your light source, and it looks like it's got a chain around its neck with some sort of medallion.
Oh, okay.
It's,
Nice fling you got there, little dude.
its nostrils begin to flare a little.
Yes. I'm sorry, I've been a little bit preoccupying, repressing some recent memories. What are we looking for actually in here?
Seaweed.
Seaweed.
Dead man's bootlaces.
Dead man's bootlaces, which is they look exactly as they sound.
Well, I suppose that was the dead man.
Yeah.
Can I walk up to it and just kind of...
Be careful.
Sure, you can try. It's nature, but it's rather than animal handling.
Okay. Because I do have my racial talk with beasts and
Oh yeah, yeah.
leave,
Okay.
which is always there. So I'm just going to go up and... Hey, buddy.
Okay, its
Doing okay?
its nostrils flare as you approach.
Daniel's
And
just going to get his crossbow out and train it on it.
Okay, and it sort of looks up
Is
at
it like-
you, and it turns to you, and it says, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Wait, does it speak common? Because I can't understand what they say.
Oh, okay. You
just,
sometimes
understand me, but I can't understand really.
You don't understand what it, you don't understand the words itself. But if you sort of, if you hop the fence and walk up to a Rottweiler, you get the same sort of gist.
It's all in the eyes.
And it does look like it's about to go you, and it's got massive jaw.
So I'm gonna tell it. We're not here to hurt you. We just want to get some seaweed. Can we look around a little bit?
The granny. Drop granny's name.
Okay, it starts to go. It does that thing that walruses do when they're about to gouge a slice down the gullet of a fighting male, and stands up tall.
Can I quickly cast what's it called, a sanctuary on Eric?
Okay. Okay. It looks like it's about to go in, but it's sort of hesitating there, looking. Like when a cobra rises, you don't know when it's going to sort of flap down onto you.
I'll be like, settle down, big guy. Settle down. We're not here to hurt you.
Okay. But you've got a chance to back away if you want. You can't see any seaweed or anything. It's a pretty bare cave. There's fish guts everywhere though. Scales and bones and stuff like that. Can you roll a? What's your passive perception? It's probably more
15.
Appropriate. Yep. Okay. So the medallion around this thing, as it rears up in front of you, the medallion is carved in the shape of an eye, and the eye opens, and it looks like a fish eye, and it swivels around and looks at you.
Okay. I'm just going to tell it we were sent by Granny, what's her name? She said this is the place to find the ingredients she needs, and she's got, she seems to be a friend of your type.
Okay. Now, how long does the sanctuary go? That's a minute. Okay, so it looks like it's trying to attack you.
If it succeeds on the wisdom saving throw, it can attack.
Yeah, it hasn't yet.
Right.
Eller's just going to stand his ground because he's trying to tame this creature. But
yeah. Okay.
Obviously.
Can you roll? Can you roll a nature check?
Sure.
I'll give you advantage on this.
Okay.
All right. You managed to sort of shift it from hostile to sort of neutral, and it sort of flops back down and puts its chin on a rock, and it just keeps an eye on you warily.
Okay. So, just want to look around the room and see if there's any way to get through here.
Yep. Go.
This is where she told us to go, and there's nothing here yet. So
roll your investigation.
All right. Okay, 18.
Okay. Looking around, there's no other exit from here.
Dead end.
Okay, let's try the other room.
Okay. I guess if we're looking for seaweed, perhaps inside the water.
There's another
Hey,
thing.
Felwyn, before you go, can you check out this amulet on this thing?
If it will let me close to it. I'll walk up next to.
Do you have to touch it to be able to identify it?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Oh.
but you could do an investigation or an arcana if you want to.
Yeah, I'll have a look and do an investigation from a distance.
Okay.
16.
All right. Clearly magical. Can you also roll a? Is investigation? That's intelligence based, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's wiggling and moving around in the same way as Granny Saltwood's eyes. Remember I said that they were, independent movers.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Kind of like Mad Eye Moody's eye.
Yeah, Mad Eye movie.
Kinda.
Yeah.
I'm picturing this entire time just googly eyes.
Yeah, googly eyes.
All right. Well, there's a good chance something knows we're here, and hopefully it's associated with Granny. Who knows what we're doing this. So yeah, there was another room.
Okay.
Let's go.
Oh, here it is. Well, that was easy.
Ah, yes.
Seaweed.
Oh, seaweed, yeah. Did someone grab the shoelaces of the sweet corpse hanging by the ceiling?
No, that's not what we need. This is what we need.
All right.
Did someone say we needed shoelaces?
That's the name of the seaweed.
That's the name of the seaweed. It's called Dead Man's Shoelace.
Dead Man's Shoelaces.
shoelace.
So you move down these natural stairs, and there's a still rock pool of salt water filling the majority of this cavern. Growing within it, dozens of kinds of seaweed.
Well, we'll identify the dead man's shoelaces, and show everybody what to look for, and then we can just gather as much as we can.
Okay, you're pretty confident, but can you roll a nature check for me? You can have advantage, I assume the rest of the party are helping you out there.
Can I roll an herbalism kit check?
Do you not have proficiency in nature?
No.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. You can apply your herbalism to this.
Okay.
With advantage.
13.
Okay. You think you've found amongst the all of the different types of seaweed growing here, some fistfuls of this dead man's bootlaces.
Not to undermine your expertise, but perhaps you could just take one of each.
We have to take a lot.
Oh.
Like a lot. Everybody has to take a lot. She has to make several batches, and we need enough to make 6 potions. We need to take a lot. We all need to take some. I pull out a little knife and start taking away at some, hopefully the right one.
Okay.
How much should we take? Everybody needs to take some, right?
Yeah. You
Just
found a small batch of it, so I don't know how much there is in that batch. Sorry, patch.
There was something in herbalism kit. I can't remember what it was.
Just take as much as we can.
Yeah. Just pick everything we can.
Yep.
Without killing the plants. We just pick it all and pack it away.
Okay. So you leave enough that it'll grow back, with not scorched earth, but get a few big clumps of this stuff. Remembering she had said she hadn't had access to it for a long time, just because she didn't have any ingredients. She's going to make a big batch, she said, and that way she'll give you guys free potion each.
Nice.
If that takes, let's say, 10 minutes, maybe instead of helping with that, Noida would cast Prayer of Healing on everyone.
Okay. So you cast your Prayer of Healing, and there's enough time to get that off, and...
That's 16 HP to everyone.
Oh,
nice.
Thank you. That was nice.
Thank you.
Yep.
Nice.
It's all thanks to the prophet.
And
this is a neat cave. I do want to just kind of take a peek around the whole thing.
Okay. Do you want to do a perception or investigation?
Perception,
or...
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'll just do a perception. That gives me 15.
Okay, you notice there's cracks in the walls, but you notice that they will actually move. There's a bit of a small opening to the east that stone can be moved out of the way.
Is it where these little rocks are, or
Yeah.
right here?
Yep.
Yeah. So
Nice.
Over here.
just kind of exploring a little bit. Oh, over there. All right. Just explore a little bit and start moving some of the rocks since they're loose.
I'll come over and help.
Okay. You find that a lot of these rocks are actually big tufts of dead seaweed, and so it's actually very light, like paper mache balls, bundled in. And you pull a couple of rocks away, and it opens into another chamber, a secret chamber.
Oh, look at that. Nice.
Hey guys, check this out.
And
Done.
there's a little grotto, seems filled with junk. There's a bluish light coming from an old lantern, seeming to still be glowing magically. There's coils of rope around barrels of stinking seaweed, glass jars with preserved fish, crates of soggy books, probably ruined with time, and cages filled with the bones, and a pair of cages filled with bones, and barnacle-covered chests.
Nice. Can I grab that lantern? Is it small enough for me to be able to carry?
Yeah, you can do that.
Nice find, Ellery.
Perhaps we could utilize the barrels to transport the seaweed in the water so it doesn't dry up.
That's a good idea.
Let's check and see if the chests are locked and if I need to unlock them.
Okay. Let's see. Gunko, it's a bit. Are you just sort of crouching down and looking through the hole, or?
Gunga's going to go in there.
Okay.
Well.
Okay.
Yeah, just don't pull Winnie the Pooh on us. You know the one.
Ah. Okay. Now Gungo's head he gets his horns through, and once his horns fit through, he can fit through.
He can fit through. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's like your cat's whiskers. So Gungo goes through, and as he does, but the problem is his horns must snag on something. When it last pulls, a whole pile of rocks and things all fall down, and you're plunged.
Oh,
And you're plunged into darkness.
It wasn't me.
no.
Only to be saved by Gungo's nose ring
And the lantern, right?
and the lantern.
I have dark
You
vision.
see that?
Well, okay. I'm gonna check the chests anyway.
All right, nobody panic.
We'll get out of here.
Are the chests locked?
Having a look, there are rusty iron padlocks. So yes.
Okay, I'm gonna try unlocking them.
Okay, let's have a look. First chest. Can you do a thieves' tools check for me?
What do I do with e-tools check? I completely forgot.
Yeah, you have to you either have to put it on your character sheet or just do
You
it.
can do like a sleight of hand and add your proficiency if you're not
No,
proficient.
Okay,
it's
I'll have to put it on my thing.
dexterity and then proficiency.
Yeah.
That's my sleight of hand. 19.
19. All right. You manage to with your tools. Click, 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 and pop. It opens up.
Nice.
That's one. How many chests were there?
2.
Oh, he's doing it now. 12. And what, that's
for
just
this,
sleight of hand. What else? did I
this was
add?
the second chest, right? Your proficiency bonus.
I think it added it already.
Unless you're already proficient in sleight of hand.
I am.
Okay, all right. So let's see, 12. You sort of fiddle around with it. It doesn't unlock.
I can have a try. I'm proficient.
The artificers have double the proficiency for tools.
And yeah.
Well, I can cast guidance. Well, in hindsight, that's kind of.
Gunga can have a try.
Yeah.
You'd have to do it
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
Gungo's got thieves' tools.
Yeah.
So Gungo, you sort of start padding your pockets, going to get your thieves' tools out, and the coils of rope within the room animate, and they lash out towards you.
Towards Gungo or towards everybody?
Towards each of you.
Disappeared.
Where'd Gungo go?
Oh my god.
He was deleted.
He's deleted. The rope.
Deleted.
Can you see Gungo?
No, I'm
No,
not.
he's-
Don't know how that happened.
I can drag you back in there, but you just need to check your hit points. That's all.
Yeah. Oh, they should be on full now.
No, but I mean, it
Sorry.
might be an older token from
Oh, okay, right,
prior
yeah,
levels.
right.
That's all.
Yep. Oh, can I? I
Whoops.
should have did this myself, shouldn't I? I think I can do it myself somehow if I do this right. If I go like this, does it work?
Ah,
There you go. No, I've done it myself.
okay, cool.
Am I in the right spot though? I think
No,
I'm in the
you're
right
not.
spot.
That's all right. Everyone's looking at you, but oh no, I'm looking at you because I put you like on the wrong layer. Just bear with me, and I'll poke you through the wall.
Okay, yep, that's better.
Oh, there he
Alright.
is.
All right. Okay, so the ropes all start lashing out at you, and they rise up, and it's not so much they're trying to grab you or whatnot. They more rise up and then crack like a whip.
Oh,
Okay.
That's cool.
And there are 4 of you. Felwyn, the first one comes and lashes you, it misses. Gunko, armor class 16.
Hits.
That's going to do 5 slashing damage.
Okay.
And as it slashes, it then wraps around you and holds you down. You're grappled.
Okay.
For the purposes of this, just for... Oop. Whoa. Just bringing our PCs back. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so it lashes out at you, does the 5 damage, grapples you, and and holds you down. Who else was there? There was an 18. Oh, that's going to hit Elric. Also doing 5 damage, grappling you too. I'll put some sort of symbol on there for grappled. We'll use the net. Okay, and Noida, you get missed.
Alright.
I'll also call initiative because this is important. I will need to get everyone to roll an initiative roll. Put yourselves in.
There you go.
Okay. Descending. Yeah, so the ropes lash out at 20. Something else happens. Once you try to unlock this lock, Felwyn, the room fills with the sound of crashing waves. Although there's fallen rocks that have trapped you in here, it's almost as if there's waves of the sound of the crashing waves from further away. It's as if it's just surged inside. And everybody needs to do a Constitution saving throw.
That's good.
You're needing a 15. You're needing a 15. Okay. Anyone who's failed is deafened by it. It's a thunderous, booming sound.
Definitely. Alright. Any damage with that?
No, it's just the deafening. Which I think if you can have a look at it, I think it's about spellcasting is the only thing it can affect.
Mm-hmm.
If you just look up the condition, it'll tell you. Okay, so where else were we? That was ropes. Thunderous waves. Elric, what do you want to do? You're being held down.
I'm going to try to escape my grapple.
Okay. All right. Do you want to do your athletics or acrobatics? It's your choice. You can try to break free or wriggle free.
I'm going to wriggle free.
Okay.
My dex is a little bit higher.
Okay. Go for it.
It's going to help. But 15.
15. You managed to wriggle out, and you're loose. You can take the token off you with the net if you like.
Okay.
And that's your action.
So that was my action.
So
right?
you can now
Yeah.
move if you choose.
Hold on 1 second. Let's see the net.
I can take it off for you if you want to move yourself.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
I got it.
That's spiderweb. There it is. There is something in that right corner there that's like keeps getting highlighted every time I try to click on it.
Oh, right.
Can't move it. So anyway, yeah, I'll move up there.
Okay. So ropes, thunderous wave. Oh, Felwyn, what do you want to do?
Where are the ropes? I just can't.
Yeah, I was just going to ask that question.
Think of them as all over the floor, like strewn around.
Okay, so they're,
Okay.
They're not marked on the map. It's just, there's tangles of them all over the place.
So yeah, I'm gonna actually run for the door
Okay, you can make it to the door.
and gonna make it. Yeah, and I'm gonna try to see if I can open it.
Okay, it doesn't look like it's going to open easily. It's not like a simple door that you can just open as a free action, like you would a regular
Okay.
door. It'll take
All
an
right.
action or a blast or something. Felwyn.
Okay.
Yeah, I could try magic missiling the rocks, but now Elric's standing in front of them.
Sorry.
Sorry. I'll try.
You can yell that at me, and I'll probably passive aggressively, and then I'll move out of the way.
Yeah, but
next
you
turn.
can't. Yeah.
I was gonna blast the door, idiot.
Now I can't. So, well, if there's like ropes around my feet and that, because they did try to just grapple me instead of like lying around, can I just try punching the floor?
Yeah,
Hit
well,
the pile?
the rest of the ropes are all. They're not really. Yeah, you can.
If
The
there's,
only
like, some
really-
there, 'cause one.
The animated ones are the ones that are grabbing onto Gunko.
Yeah, because one did just try to hit me. as well.
Yes, yeah. So you can target that one if you want.
Yeah. So if I want to try and hit that one that's close to me,
Sure. Okay.
so I imagine there's one close to me.
Yeah. Magic missile.
No, I was gonna punch it.
Okay, punch
Give
it.
it disadvantage, but
All right.
yeah, I was kind of trying to hit it so I could have a disadvantage, but I
You can-
I missed.
You see Felwyn sort of Muhammad Aliing the
I'm just trying to make contact with it,
the-
right? But it's
the
too
rope.
thin, I can't get it.
Okay. Do you want
It's just thunder gauntlets too. It's like,
to? Okay.
you roll one. It's like, oh, my thunder gauntlet.
Yeah. If you try to punch a hanging wet noodle, just hard to
Like watching
do.
a little kid play with it. Shit,
They've got so much give. Nada, what do you
I'm
want to
gonna
do?
have to practice this one.
All right. So the ropes on the floor are they animated or just laying around?
They're just laying around.
All right. Well, for now, I'll just my coming handy, so upcast bless, cast the second level
Yep.
to get all of us,
Okay.
and yeah.
And the two chests, the one that you've opened, I'm putting a ping on it. You can see it's brown down here, down at the bottom corner. And the one that sort of seemed to time with this trap going off, that was the one next to Felwyn.
Okay. And
By the way, Felwyn, I just realized I'm deaf and that I couldn't hear a word you said.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm definitely
Okay.
too.
So I was just like ranting at you. Because I
I'm
don't
just,
know
like,
you're
oblivious.
vampire, that's you, by the way. I wouldn't have a clue. I'm just ranting at you and you don't hear anything.
I'm gonna try to find a token for deafened. Here, this is deafened.
Right.
Can't hear.
Alright, so I looked it up. It doesn't affect spellcasting. You just can't hear.
Okay, so we just have just for role play purposes, depending on what's.
Well, if you tried to cast bless on me, I wouldn't be able to hear it. So I think that's what it means.
Yeah, but I don't think you have to hear the bless.
No, that's okay. Yep,
Yeah,
you're just.
it's a choice.
You can't dodge this holy water that he's flicking on your face, or.
Yeah.
He's still gonna cough at me.
You will be baptized whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
I will save your soul.
All
I
right.
never had to drag it that possibly.
Right, and for bonus action, I would like to quicken a spell. I think I have it. Let me just make sure. Yeah, quicken spell firebolt at the rope that's wrapping around Gango.
Okay. All right. You quicken and firebolt. Roll to hit.
Nope, 7.
Oh, firebolt goes past you, Gungo. He missed you both completely. And then somehow water starts to surge in. You've been hearing the pounding waves, and it starts from up here. Let's see. Whoops. Polygon, that's better. Whoops. I've done it bad again. Done it bad. Okay. Fills the area. There's a bit of an edge around the side where Gungo, Noida and Elric are. Felwyn, you're deep in water and having to doggy paddle. Probably at the deepest because it slopes down towards the top. It's already 10 feet deep. Gungo, what do you want to do?
Alright, Gungo's he's gonna rage.
Okay.
Get angry, rage.
Yep.
And break out of these ropes.
Okay. Roll your athletics.
Okay, I'll get advantage on this.
Because strength.
17.
All right, you bust out. That's your action.
And is there ropes moving everywhere or just around where I was?
You get a sense that all of the ropes are part of this one hive mind mesh, magical mesh.
Okay. Okay, so can he step here and can he pick up Felwyn as a free action? Or
Yeah, he can.
Yeah, pick up Felwyn.
Yep.
And move over to here to the door.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yep, no problem.
And that'll be it for Gungo.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. More ropes. This time from the water, coming from this end, come lashing up and try to grab at you all.
Right. Everyone's blessed, so remember you get D4 to saving throws.
Okay. Okay, 3 of them miss, but one of them hits you, Elric, and you take 5 damage from the lash as it cuts into you, and also drags you 10 feet back. Oh, Gungo, you're there. Gungo, I'll give you it's just hoiking against you. I'll give you an athletics to try and sort of be a scrum. Okay.
Nice.
All right, so you stop. Elric's still held in place. You can't sort of push him further away, but you've prevented him from being dragged underwater.
There you go. You're not getting away.
Okay, again, thunderous waves blast. 3 of you have saved, so you're okay. You can't be affected by it continuously. And Elric, you're still deafened. I think it was you that was deafened.
Yes.
No, that's all.
Yeah. Oh, I noticed. So you can't hear either. Okay, Elric, what do you want to do?
Is there a save for the deafening, or the end of my turn, or what?
It's your turn now.
I mean, is there a Constitution save for that? So I can beat being deafened, or
Let's have a look. Hang on.
I'm just have to keep re-rolling. I mean.
Oh yeah, you get a save this round.
Okay.
So do it. Yeah, do it now. Before your turn, so you'll know what state you're in. Constitution. 15, and you're blessed. You get a D4.
No. Oh, I do. Okay.
Yeah.
D4.
You might make it. Yes.
Oh, I made it.
Okay.
I can hear.
You're not deafened, but you are still grappled.
Grappled. Okay.
Your hands are free.
Good. So I will cast Guiding Bolt on the door.
Ooh, okay.
If that works. So the door
Okay,
takes
yep, roll to hit.
16.
Okay, it hits.
And 12 radiant damage.
Okay, so you blast away and you can see cracks form and water sort of leaks in, but it's not a constant surge, like it's completely underwater on the other side. It's like pulsing like waves.
Okay. I'm going to take a movement, and I'm going to move. Can I get around Norda and get over here? Oh no, I'm grappled. Never mind.
Yeah, you've got
Grappled
zero movement rate, unfortunately.
All right, I wanted to get out of the way of the others, but
Yep.
to help with that door. But
Yeah.
okay, yeah, that's my movement.
Yep.
That's my action. I mean.
Okay, Felwyn.
Can Felwyn take aim at the padlock on the chest that we haven't opened that started all this with her pistol?
Sure. It's a little bit underwater, but you're not shooting through much.
24.
Oh, boom! Roll damage.
12.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. So you shoot the shit out of the lock, and it's poof, blasted off.
You're just like stupid lock.
I want to see if there's anything in the chest.
Do you want? You'll need. It's covered in water, so it's a bit hard to see. But you could walk over there and have a look if you want, or swim over.
Yep, I'm going to swim over and I'm going to peek in the chest and see what's in here.
Okay, you guys see Felwyn, all this sort of mop of red hair, sort of doggy paddling across. It's following the splash of the bullet the shell she just pumped into the water. Bum goes up and she duck dives down. There's 2 little half-length feet poking out of the water as she sort of scrabbles around. And sorry, I'm not selling you your heroic actions here, am I?
You spelled greedy wrong.
Yeah. And she comes up with what looks like a sailor's canvas sack.
Okay, so do I have enough movement to get back over to Gungo? It doesn't look very far in reality,
Yeah.
no matter how you told me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can get next to Gungo. You won't get off to where you were before.
So I've got the sack now.
Yeah.
Can I have a look in the sack, or is that a different action?
A different action. And it's a bit, how you pull the 2 ropes and it cinches shut. And remember, it's all underwater, so it'll take a bit of fussing to get in there.
Okay.
And Noida, what do you want to do?
I All right. There's one more chest in here that we didn't open.
Over here, yep.
Yeah.
It's been unlocked.
Oh, it is unlocked.
Yeah, but you
didn't look inside it.
No, you unlock both. You were trying to unlock both of them and then open. So you could go and unlock those if you open it and grab it if you wanted.
All right. First of all, I would try to relax himself a little bit by saying stuff out loud. He can't hear himself, but it just makes him feel better to say, "Oh, come on, get it together. Father always said to be calm is the highest achievement of the self." Run in and I'll have a peek in the chest.
Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3. You get over to the chest with 15 foot of movement. Flip open the chest. And you see a bundle of what look like wooden figures all tangled around with string.
Wooden figures tangled with string.
Yep.
All right. Is it like a necklace, or?
No, probably each figure is about 10 inches long.
All right. I'll pick up 2 of them in left and right hand, 2 run into the others. Will this help?
Okay. What you've got is two puppets. And you hold it up, and one looks like a halfling in armour with a gun, and the other one looks like a furbolg with a beard going like this.
Right, I'm getting bad flashbacks in here.
Yeah, while we're on the
From
Witchlight
Wild.
sort of vibes. Yeah.
Weird.
Endelin.
This keeps getting weirder and weirder.
That is creepy.
Okay. For my action, if I can now toss each of those to their respective owners, I guess.
Okay. You get out a bundle of 7. You know, there's not everyone's here, but you get out a bundle of 7 of these puppets, mannequins.
Okay, then whatever. I'll just grab them all together and make my way back. I suppose again that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go.
Okay. All right. The water surges again, completely filling the chamber, and in fact reaching your. It's already in Gungo and Felwyn's feet, but it reaches Elric your feet, and it's deeper than your head, so you end up treading water, and you're now sort of having to move back a little bit from the door, unless you want to stay underwater.
Well, I'm grappled.
Oh, you're grappled. Oh my god. Okay, everyone goes floating up 10 feet up. Except for Elric, who is held underwater.
Okay.
Gungo.
So Gungo's got Felwyn
Yes.
at the moment?
He doesn't have her. She swam off to go for a paddle.
Oh, okay.
I'm probably just holding onto your horn at the moment.
Yeah.
Like on the side.
Can Gungo try and free Elric?
You can. I'll let you do an athletics check if you want to do that.
Yeah. His I think his rage would have gone because he hasn't taken any damage or attacked.
Yep.
So he'll just do this one at normal.
Okay.
10.
D4. Oh, I don't think you can pass it anyway. Let me check.
It doesn't help with ability.
Oh, I've got a 4.
Oh,
So
okay.
14.
You got a 4. 14.
Yes, Bless doesn't work with ability checks. Only
Oh,
saving
yeah.
throws.
Saving throws.
Oh, okay, right.
Boo! Okay, never mind. Okay, so you don't manage to pull the ropes free. And that's your action. Anything else you want to do?
Can he get out of the room?
There's no exit right now.
Oh, so it's the door where Elric is in front of that's shut, is it?
That's collapsed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, and
I did cast Guiding Bolt on it, but it just made more water come in through it.
Well, it did loosen it, and it did do some damage to that area.
okay, but it takes an action to do anything about it,
Yep.
does it?
Yep.
Okay, alright. Can't do anything then.
Miss Felwyn, perhaps you could blast the door away, like you did with the Spectre.
Okay, ropes come in. Let's see, 3 this time. Oh, one of them hit. Gungo. Can you take 5 damage?
Okay.
And it holds you in place, but there's 10 feet of air above you. But you are now tied to the bottom.
Yep.
At that depth. Thunder comes through again. Elric, your turn.
I'm going to try to break free.
Okay.
Acrobatics again.
Yeah, acrobatics. Okay, go for it.
Oh, yes.
Oh, nice one. Okay, you you slither on out.
Okay. And I'm just going to swim away from the door now.
Okay, so you move back away, giving someone else a crack.
Yeah, I'll come over here by Noida and just kind of tread water a little bit.
Okay. Felwyn?
Okay, so on the other side of the door there was water, but it wasn't as deep as in here.
It wasn't, when he made some cracks and holes, it didn't gush out like a continuous stream. It was more like a burst from waves crashing against the wall and then receding.
Okay, so there's waves out there. Which isn't great either.
What do you want to do, Felwyn?
I'm hoping there's something in this bag that might help us, because that chest was booby trapped. So I'm going to open the bag up.
All right.
And look inside. I am hoping, because that chest was booby trapped. So I'm going to look inside the bag and see if there's anything in there.
Okay. There's it looks like a big sheet of oiled cloth sewn with a sash and collar. There's a bag which is unaffected by the ravages of time, and there's a sealed scroll case made of mother of pearl.
Is there anything that I would think in here that could help us in this situation?
Let me...
Scroll?
Maybe the scroll? Like, this is what I'm desperately looking in this bag thinking, anything in here can help us? Ah! Right now, that's my whole thing.
Yep.
Looking in this bag.
And stupid me, I didn't have creator destroyer water slotted. So I don't have that ready.
Okay. You don't know. There's a bag, there's a scroll case, and what looks like a cloak.
I'm like, identify takes so long. We haven't got time.
Mm-hmm.
No, I guess for free you could either put on the cloak, pop the scroll case and look in there, or, reach into the bag.
I'll reach into the
Tango is
bag.
drowning, just in case.
Okay. You reach into the bag and you feel something hairy.
That's the worst kind of thing to find when you reach into someone.
And it's sort of twitching, it's moving.
Uh-oh. Does the bag look familiar?
Okay, that's
No.
probably not going to help.
Okay.
Pulling it out?
No.
Okay.
Can I put the cloak on?
Yeah, I guess reaching in the bag is fair enough to be a free action, I guess. You know, like holstering your weapon or whatnot.
Yeah. Just
Putting on a cloak while you're treading water, I think that'd be a action, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see what that does.
Let's see. You put on the cloak, and nothing really happens. Although it does have a hood, if you want to put that on.
Yeah, if you let me put it up.
Yeah, it's all part of the same. Just whether you want to go that, you know, it's. You remember, you're in water. Okay.
Yeah, let's see what that does.
You flip the hood over, and once you get it over, the sort of area inside the hood becomes like a bubble of air, and no water enters it. And and as you move your hands, you find the sides of the cloak have grafted onto your arms, and you can just bat them, and you go chum, and you go sailing across the room with one flap of your manta ray wings.
Wow, cloak with a manta ray.
Okay.
That's definitely helpful for one of us.
Okay.
Stay away from any Steve Irwins in the area.
Okay. Well, that's all I can do for now.
Okay.
That's, like, seriously a lot of stuff.
Noida.
Yes.
Noida will get a little bit worried about Gangus, who is gonna put his head down beneath the water.
Yep.
And I guess I'll use my action to cast Firebolt at the rope, not on necessarily on Gangus' body, but somewhere that it connects to the the nest.
Yep.
So to speak.
Yep. Okay, no worries. Roll to hit.
Yep.
20. Roll your damage.
Ooh, max 10.
Nice. Okay, you blast the rope. Gungo, you're free.
Yay. Thank you.
Okay.
Yay.
The water surges again and completely fills the room. Everyone is now underwater and drowning.
No.
Your time starts now.
Right now.
Gunko, what do you want to do?
So Gungo's free.
Yes.
He'll swim to the door.
Yep.
He'll rage.
Okay.
And he'll
Do.
yeah.
Or headbutt.
Smash.
Gango smash.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Is it? Can he just push it with athletics, or is it?
Yeah. Or you could use your horns if you do the like an attack. Yeah. Okay. All right. Do an athletics roll then. If you're just trying to shove it.
Oh, an advantage.
Right, advantage because okay. So the 10 doesn't count. All right. So Gungo dives down and does bull's rush at the gateway. And remember, I said they were like crumbling rocks, and blasts through it and spills out like a drift net being opened on a ship deck, and the whole room just goes whoosh and empties, squirting you all out into the seaweed room. And you're all
nice one, Gungo.
You're all sort of laid out there, flapping your arms and legs, gasping for breath, except for Felwyn, who's like got a face in the bubble,
flopping around on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just flip the hood back down.
Yeah, and the ropes go limp, and you don't see any sign of any tidal surges or anything. This was a calm, serene, still pool, and it still is.
Oh
that was quite the trap in there.
Was it?
I'm gonna give the pouch with the animal thingy in it over to Elric.
Okay. Elric, there is a pouch. Uh-oh. Frozen. I'm going to have to switch off Discord. Kill it. and come back in. We've lost everyone, so what that means is Discord, which opens 1,000 little things when it's... Let's see. I have to go and end task, end the whole little nest of the things. Power usage very high, there we go. End task, okay. Won't be 2 seconds to get back in.
Phone looks at the stroke and maybe Loader can help, give you advantage.
Alright, we're back. I'm back.
Hey.
I was about to fondle a little brown fuzzy thing in a bag.
You were.
But back to the game.
Yeah. Yeah, focus on what we're doing. Alright. What have we got here? Yeah, so are you? You're going to reach in?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna look too. I want to see if I can discern what this thing.
Try talking to
Okay.
it first.
It does feel like fur of some sort.
All right, I'll pull it out.
Okay, you pull out like this little puff ball. Let me see.
Like a tribble?
Yeah, like a tribble, definitely.
No.
Tribble. But as soon as you do, it flops and twitches and grows legs and then a pink tail, and you are faced with an enormous rat.
Oh, another rat.
Just the one.
Is it friendly? I mean,
Yeah, it sits up like Ratatouille and looks at you.
hello, rat. I'll say.
It seems to understand your hello and it gives you a nod.
Okay. Weird.
How big is it, the rat?
It's small, but 3 feet long.
Okay.
Doesn't seem
It's
hostile,
as
right?
big as
No.
me. I could probably ride the rat.
You can't see this one's brain, can we? This one's just a normal rat.
You can't see its brain, and it's not causing people to shoot themselves or.
Well, it's funny. It kind of was half conjured, and then I pulled it out, and it's almost like it's a familiar. Can I tell if it's a familiar?
No, but it seems
Or if
friendly.
it's fair.
It seems friendly to you, and when you think, "Hey, come over here," it just comes over to you. You can control it with your
cool.
mind.
Is it weird that I think it kind of looks tasty?
It looks over to you and then does a shuffle over to Gungo and seems as if it's friendly to Gungo as well.
Oh, good.
And go, just put his hand down and pat it.
Okay.
Well, it seems like Velvet found a lot of cool things in her chest. What did you find, Noida?
We've all got little statues of ourselves,
Yeah.
which is really creepy because how long has this been sealed up?
Who
Hard
knows?
to tell. More importantly, it looks like puppets in a string. Almost
Well,
as
like-
if someone was telling us that our fates are all entwined into grand tapestry of destiny, and nothing that we do or ever choose is truly our own choice, and we're all destined to just play in the game of gods. But I'm sure it's
Yeah, that's
nothing.
creepy.
So they look like they're carved out of driftwood, with dried seaweed hair and seashell armour.
How old do they look? Do they look recently made, or?
Yeah, they look recently made. Their strings are tangled around them like ropes. And disturbingly, they all strongly resemble each of you. And when you touch them, so the ones that Felwyn brought over, because when they are touched by you, it's like held up, they dance around in a sort of and move in a sort of insulting parody of the way that you move.
Gungo go, oh, this is awesome.
The one Felwyn, the one you're holding up, is doing like frog style underwater.
Huh.
So it changes depending what we're doing.
Yeah, it's emulating what you were recently doing. So
Does anybody have detect magic? Can we?
So Gungo's one is walking around puffing out its chest and standing with its knuckles on its hips.
Oh wait, someone you have identify, right? Can you
I do have identify.
spare a spell slot and see what these things are? They're clearly magical.
Yeah, I'll just cast identify on mine. Let's try that.
Yep. Okay. So you cast identify on yours, and it's call it a wicked doll.
Wicked.
I had a wicked doll before.
It's from Boston.
Yeah.
That's wicked good doll.
Gungo's just going to hang his up somewhere, and then start dancing around a bit and see if it does the same thing as him.
Okay, and it sort of fumbles and does a sort of a worse version of your dance.
Oh wow!
It's almost as if they are bards putting on a performance, acting as you, but a theatrical version of whatever you're doing.
Am I allowed to, over time, use my woodworking tools to slowly improve the likeness?
Oh, maybe. It'll take a bit of research and time, but maybe.
Yeah, just like in my spare time.
Yep.
This is something I want to do with my tools. I'm going to make it even better.
Right.
I just want to. I love
talking?
it. I think it's fantastic.
No, they're not talking.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
they're not trying to mimic their,
Anyway, guys,
like those
if
little
the whole-
things where you talk to them and it says your voice, but at a higher pitch. And
Yeah.
It's like a little.
If this whole adventuring thing doesn't work out, we can just open like a carny and just
Yeah.
have a bunch of.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah, like
get more finer details in there.
Pinocchio.
Just go to
Yeah.
no, we can
Pinocchio.
give all the puppets. We can give all the puppets to someone, and we can effectively live stream our adventures.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
people
could leave
hop
it
on.
in town. It's like, here you go, Earl, what's his name? You can just follow along. Put these in a little box. You'll know what's happening.
Right. We could build a
TV.
little like terrarium
Yeah.
for them and put them all in there, and then somebody can keep track on our
Sell
movement.
tickets.
Charge
Sell
money.
tickets. Yeah.
Make some
Yes.
gold on the side.
Yeah.
You know what? We
So
can,
it's like the never-ending puppet show, and we just have a little box for donations. People can watch us
Yeah.
like stumbling and killing dragons, and they just put the money in.
yeah, we can tie it to bow ties on all of them, and then call the show "Flurry of Bows."
Maybe that's
Very nice.
our group's name.
Flurry of bows.
Flurry of Bows.
The Mother of Pearl scroll tube is valuable as a jewelry item by itself, worth about 250 gold.
Oh, nice.
The bag will summon beasts for you that act with you as an ally and can attack or do something as a bonus action.
That's a
cool.
really cool bag, Eric.
Yeah.
The scroll. Are there any scrolls in the case?
There are.
Okay.
There's three. Within it, there's Dominate Beast. I'll put these into the chat. Dominate Beast, Shape Water, and Tidal Wave.
Shape water
Druid
could have been
spells.
handy back then.
That was the only.
Tidal Wave.
That was the only of the two things that fell when you didn't do. You put your hand in the bag and put on the cloak.
Shape water would have been very helpful.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Shape
Well-
water and dominate beast.
Yeah. I should have.
So
I should have done the test sooner. I was just like, but Anthony dropped a hint with it about the padlock.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So we. Oh, okay.
We'll finish here.
Yeah, we've got a
Alright.
bit of treasure left over from last time as well, which we didn't divide up. So we found the 250 gold piece necklace, the bag of. Oh, you got it here, have you?
Yeah, I'll put it into the chat so you can just cut and paste.
Bag of
Pearl
rat making.
scroll case.
Like of Manta, was it?
Yeah, Pogo of Monterey.
So I have a little rat. Should I name him? Should I name him Remy?
Remy, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I have a little familiar buddy named Remy.
I probably understand you can keep pulling them from the bag.
Bag of buddies.
Yeah, bag of buddies.
And let's call it there. I guess you can, get your breath, whatnot, make your way out, and walk the couple of hours it'll take to get back to town. Just in time for the rowdy time at the Upside Down Ship Tavern.
Nice.
Oh, nice. All right.
And let's
Is there still
have
time to
some-
go give our shoelaces to Granny? What's her name? And
Oh,
before she closes up. For the
no,
day?
she'll be snoozing now, but but if you're heading out tomorrow anyway, or first thing in the morning, you could trot them over. These oldies, they get up very early.
Well, I'm going to throw all the seaweed in the bag, in the bag that that Felwyn found, so it doesn't stink up the place.
Okay.
Before I forget, after we managed to escape the cave, I think Noida would just say, "Great job, everyone. We stayed calm. We did it together. We survived. And it's just like Father always say, you must work at your own salvation." And that we did. I'm really proud of everyone.
Proud of you too, Noida.
Yeah. Elric's like inspired. He's like, "It was wonderful. Good
We
words."
did a great job. And we got the treasure, and we survived. There was stuff.
No one drowned.
Good job.
And you should keep that cloak, Felwyn.
That would be handy, because I'm very sure I drown easily.
And you and Morwen can go swimming together now.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
Remy's
we
like,
can.
I'm gonna carry Remy around on my shoulder, and he can like hide my hair if he wants to.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have a pseudo dragon and a rat now. What's next?
Well, we can just keep on feeding rats to the dragon.
Who's got the pseudo dragon?
Endless food.
Corten.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Now, the next when the sun rises, the rat sort of squeaks. You hear it, and it sort of looks at you, and it looks a bit worried. Puts on its frowny face, and then pop, and it's gone.
Oh
Is it
no.
This is like a Mr. Stag. I don't want to go.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I don't
Oh,
feel
well.
so good.
It's just only one time little familiar. Nice.
No, you can keep pulling them, one after another.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can pull the fuzzy object and throw it up to 20 feet, and it'll grow from there.
Oh, there's more of them.
Well, if you reach in, you can feel that, but the bag is got 3 in there.
Oh.
Oh, cool.
Right.
It had 3 when you first reached in.
No, it has 2 more.
No, there's 3.
Oh, there's-
There's
Always
always
three?
3
Oh.
animals in the bag.
okay, then I won't be putting the seaweed in there. Then we'll just put it in whatever pockets we had them in.
Yeah.
We'll just smell like fish all night long and seaweed.
Very nice.
All right. Well, let's close out here, and
All right.
fortnight's time. Then we're heading into the mines of Baranzo, of the mad dwarves.
Perfect.
Nice. Correct. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks,
See ya.
everyone.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Greg.
Thanks,
See you
guys.
next time.
Bye.
Bye.